tribalism. These are the ingredients that are holding Nigeria, which the Fulani Caliphate has mastered it, so they use it. You understand? You know why countries like little Europe, small Europe, compared to Africa and Asia, that's why it's small. Little Europe is able to colonize the whole world. Do you know why? Anywhere they go, if there is no confusion, there's no confusion between brothers. If there is confusion or little misunderstanding, they do what? They turn that crack into a gully. They side this side to fight this side. After, they put their heads together, jam their heads together. And after everything, who comes out victorious? The colonialists, the European, in a foreign land. They master the art. That is why the Fulani, they are always doing that, the caliphate. When I talk about the Fulani, when I mention, we have no issue with ordinary Fulani that are genuinely doing their business. For your information, we are talking about the caliphate system, the caliphate. Because even it is the Fulani that started the caliphate, emirate in West Africa. Do you know that? The Islamic jihadism in Africa, in West Africa, was by the Fulani, the first Islamic jihadism. You hear me? They formed the emirates, caliphate, the caliphs. They're the Fulani in West Africa. So that they mastered this art. That is why they tried everything with the help of Britain in order to divide us Biafrans. They divided us into piecemeals. I used to give this example. If you are hungry, they bring fufu, akbo, or gari, maybe 1 kilo. Are you going to put into your mouth that 1 kilo at a time? The answer is no. The answer is no. The same thing with rice. Once you want to take your lunch or anything and it is rice, do you know what you do? You cannot carry the whole plate and put it inside your mouth at a time. It's impossible. You divide, you eat piecemeal, piece by piece. You use your spoon, you collect little, you eat. You collect little, you swallow. You chew, you swallow. Before you know, you finish a plate of rice or a plate of fufu. You mold, you swallow. That is piecemeal. That is what the caliphate is doing in our land. Dividing us into piecemeals for easy swallowing. I've been saying this. In 1966, 1967, when there was mass pogrom, mass genocide of Biafrans, of Igbos. When I talk about Igbos, it's just inclusive because they killed the Jos, they killed the Efik. In the northern part of that zoo, they refer to whether you are even Benin self, they refer to you as Igbo. Whether you believe it or not, that is true. They refer to you as Igbo, Onyamani, Binio, Ejo, Efiko, Urobo. They call you Onyamani Igbo man. You are Igbo man. It is now for you to start denying. No, they say, come on, we all of you are the same. You are Igbo. So, Britain started by establishing what you call the Willings Minority Commission. And surprise, surprise, they didn't talk about minorities in the north, which they abound. There are more minority groups ethnic groups, tribes in the north than in the south. You know, I've been saying this. There are more tribes in the northern part of that zoo than in the south. I don't know, people, whether you do research, I don't know. But what I'm telling you is a fact. Many people don't even understand they don't know the existence of different other tribes in the north. All they know is the Hausa and Fulani. You know, before they joined it together, Hausa and Fulani, which we have been able to separate as natural as they are here on Radio Biafra. We can proudly say so. The Hausas, they understand themselves. The Fulanis, they know themselves. They are two different ethnic groups. Do you see how the media works? Do you see how it works? We continue hammering because they used it to deceive people. Now, there are other hundreds of tribes, but they are even afraid. Those tribes are afraid to profess their ethnicity openly. Are you hearing me? That's why you call when you see a gun person, a gun man, you say it's an Hausa, which is not truth. Tafawa Balewa, you will hear, you are the first prime minister of Nigeria. He's not an Hausa man, neither a Fulani person. Do you know that? You know, I continue repeating this here so that it's from a tribe called Jere tribe, Gere or Gerewa. But you don't know that. You don't know. Why are they assimilating other tribes? That is the caliphate, because they are colonizers. They make sure that they change your identity. So what am I trying to say? In 1966, they committed mass pogrom, mass genocide against Biafrans. And that forced Biafrans to come and hold Ojukwu hostage, who did not ever want to get out of Nigeria. Biafrans that suffered, the people came and held him hostage, that he must declare Biafra. He must take us, because, do you know why? Because there was no other option for Biafrans, for Ndibo. They don't, no other place of comfort. So they say, nah, it's that time they remember. Say, oh, we have to fight you. Ojukwu made a frantic effort in order to regulate everything so that things are okay. Of which they deceived him. Go on, and his friend in the north deceived him. Say, okay, no problem, no problem. We can, it's okay. And our eternal leader had to announce, to send people back to where they come from, the survivors of the first wave of pogrom. They went back. All these things, you can never hear it in the Nigerian media. They don't say it. They don't mention all these quarters. Or I mean all these places, all these facts. No, they don't go there. Because they want you to always believe that Ojukwu started the war, which is lie from the pit of hell. Ojukwu made sure to send back our people. Say, please, no problem, for peace to reign. I have negotiated with the people. The northern, they say, no person, you can go back to Lagos, no wahala. And our people went back. They slaughtered them more than before. From everywhere. From north and northwest. So no respite for our people. Are you hearing me? And when they came back this second time, the survivors, they came back and they gathered. And they say, Ojukwu, we know they hear again. No? If you are a lily-livered individual that don't want to declare Biafra for us, we will remove you from here and look for another person to replace you to declare Biafra. Our people forced Ojukwu to declare Biafra. Even in that case, he didn't. He said, okay, I will do that. Don't worry. He started making frantic efforts. Telling, go on, do you see what you are causing? They say, okay, let us go and negotiate and agree, make agreement. Don't worry. What happened before will not happen again. Do you know Britain invited the meeting to take place, I think, in their ship in Atlantic Ocean? Ojukwu laugh. He said, look, one way ticket. He said, I cannot come there. That's how they found, they agreed to go in Ghana, Aburi. Are you hearing me? All this, a frantic effort in order to make us continue in one Nigeria. Because Ojukwu didn't want us to depart. After that one failed, Ojukwu, he had no choice. He saw that, look, no need. And he declared Biafra. Do you know why our people were mad? Wanted to fight? Because there was no other option. Ndibo, they don't do something, to retaliate. They are not proactive. They are reactive. If they have any small comfort zone, maybe even if it is in Lagos, no, that war wouldn't have come, because our people, they love life. They want to take you. All you'll be hearing is, I beg, we don't want war. Let us go. At least we have Lagos. Or even if it is Ondo, say Ondo people are good. Let us stay there. You see, people, they will clog to that side. As long as an Igbo man has little option, even if it is to be a slave, as long as to remain alive, he will try to find a way in order to live, at least make the best of that slavery and live there. That is how the mentality of average Igbo man. I am telling you. But they saw that there was no place. They killed them. That time, every place, no respite for them. Nowhere to hide or nowhere to come and say, calling your brother, say, come here. You know, reach here. Man, come here, no problem. Because that is the average mantra of Igbo man. No, now that side, you know, concern us. Now that side, don't worry, no go reach here. Man, come here. Me, I did okay. That is the average mantra of Igbo man. But everywhere was hot and no place to stay. So, let me tell you something. The caliphate, they understood that, look, it's a mistake they made. And now they are taking us, dividing us, and taking us piecemeal by piecemeal. They taking us piece by piece. The same way you are taking a mountain of Akbo, you take one, you mold small, and put inside soup and swallow. Before you know, little by little, slow and steady, before you know, you finish the whole basin of Akbo. That is how the Fulani is doing. That is their system now, their tactics. They will no longer, you know, do mass killing as they used to do before. Because they know that once they do it, now we will now have the courage. It's that time that the people, Igbo people, will have the courage to stand and fight back once they are pushed to the wall. Since they are not pushed to the wall, no will. At least you see them, they are doing well in Sangota. Some are doing well in Zungeru. That's why the caliphate, what they do, what they resolve in doing is, if gonna some people, Igbo people in Kaduna. Others will look it down. Nah, I know how. No, now that side only, no problem. Before any reaction, they will stop and because ana asị ka otu na-echekwa ya sị aka n'anya izizi. Ọzi magodo aka n'anya first after ọzi ikpe ya nke a onye receive aka n'anya o receive gwe. Ama ha gị that first before gị na mmadụ na-ekwu na imepe ọnụ ọzama gị atawa. Ka ha agago, you cannot retreat it back. People bịazie na-egbu ọgụ nke ahụ amago gị ya iburugo na ahụ star. That is what they do. So when they kill in Sokoto, others will keep quiet. We will be looking at it. Ah, it's only in Sokoto. It's in the border somewhere that started it. Now, wow, they destroyed the Igbo people's properties in Sokoto only. They say, ah, if it is before, it will spread everywhere. But thank God, though, it didn't reach here. Now, those in Bauchi, Igbos in Bauchi will be careful. Will be tell them, everybody be careful. Oh, gonna Sokoto. So, but it no reach here, so no problem. Bakwumi life continues. Another day it will reach Bauchi. Only Bauchi, it will happen. They will kill people, and others will say, no, 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 it doesn't reach here. Oh. We are safe here, no problem. Another day in Gombe, it will happen there. Our people will become, they continue reducing us piece meal by piece meal. I know about that. That is their format now. But as human beings, how do you resist them? That is why IPOB is here, in order to open the eyes of our people on the antics of our enemies, the caliphate. That is it. Today I'm going to talk on, I'm going to read some news headlines, but I'm going to talk on the issue. Our demand is Biafra. That will be the topic. Our demand is simply Biafra, nothing more. Not reformed Nigeria. No. Our demand is very simple. Biafra. Nothing more. So, for your information, our FM is under heavy fixing. Is undergoing fixing, for your information. And I am assuring you that some of them will be booming in no distant time, soonest. Yeah, I make one easy. You understand? But we must continue. There is no excuse. You know, I used to say it. There is no simple excuse to failure. Because you know, we are this now. Actually, we are. That's why we surrender. No, we must be responsible. That is what makes the Europeans advance, because they take responsibility. They take responsibility. That is one thing we should learn, because we always justify failure. And amigo, they here, they there. So you must give excuse. No. So we must continue what we are doing. You can also log in on www.ipob.org. There you go to Radio Biafra live broadcast. You click and you'll be hearing my voice live and direct. Moreover, you can download IPOB Community Radio. Is a very low data consuming application. A low data consuming application. So it doesn't consume your data as much. You can also download Simple Radio. Once you download the Simple Radio, you scroll for Radio Biafra London, and you'll be hearing us live and direct. You'll be hearing this gospel, good spell. That is what it means. Good spell. That is being cast in your brain. That is it. So we must continue. Let me first of all start by reading this news headline. Even I put it on my timeline, Facebook timeline. Africa home, it is yesterday's news headline. Africa home to highest percentage of hungry people worldwide. United Nations study reveals. I ask why? Why is Africa home to more hungry people dying of hunger? Why? With very fertile good lands? Why? It's a question you need to ask. Answer. Answering this question leads to many things. You understand? Before the advent of white colonialists here in Africa, No African is hungry or was hungry. Now, what happened? Since the Europeans came into our lives, many things changed. Our nomenclature, our contours, everything changed. People that we are hefty, people that we are, that we are happy became sad. Our governments were changed. Our cultures changed. We started fighting against our shadows. Why is Africa hungry? Africa, home to the highest percentage of hungry people worldwide. It's very sad. It's very, very sad. In 2023, approximately, I'm reading the news, 733 million people globally faced hunger, with Africa bearing the brunt of this crisis. According to the State of Food Security and Nutrition in the World, SOFI, State of Food Security and Nutrition in the World, SOFI, report, 1 in 5 Africans, or 20.4% of the continent's population, were affected by hunger in 2023. This alarming data highlights the severe impact of global crisis in African continent. I ask why? Why is that? Do you know that data by United Nations Food and Agricultural Organization, FAO, shows Africa is home to an estimated 60% of the world's uncultivated arable land. Arable, that is fertile land. 60% of the world's uncultivated fertile land is in Africa. But Africans are dying of hunger. Don't you see that it is shame? It brings us low. While Africa is growing more crops, these are not for food, rather for cash. You hear cash crop and food crop. Are you hearing? Cash crops. Crops that are just to sell. It doesn't serve you. Just to sell and get money. And the way the Europeans, the West, programmed it, their touch in Africa is catastrophic, mostly catastrophic. Yes, there are some things we benefit, but the disadvantage outweighed the advantage. I am telling you. They change the contours of people in Africa. They impose cash crops just for them, for their own interest. You see, they put value more on crops like tea, like cocoa for making chocolate, like cotton. People that we are farming cassava, maize, rice to feed first and now sell others. They now say, now money there for tea. Oh." They started farming tea. Now they farm the tea, and who fixed the price to buy the raw tea? It is the government. The same Europeans, they use our various governments to fix the price. So that you farm whatever they fix the price is what you are going to sell. Are you hearing me? It's not according to what you work or according to how the producer wants it. No. Now they fix the price, they buy it from you at next to nothing price. They now add value to it, use it to produce, and bring, still bring back the finished products to us. And even you don't even have enough money to buy food. Do you see where they scattered us? Do you see it? Despite Africa's expensive agricultural sector, the continent's maize, rice, and wheat accounts for only 5 and 4% of the world's production, respectively. Africa cultivates what they do not consume and consume what they do not cultivate. Do you see the reason why IPOB is calling for agricultural revolution? So that we go local, so that we cultivate what we eat. Are you hearing me? We cultivate what we eat. The colonial, uh, the colonialists, I don't want to call them masters any longer. The colonialists did very big damage to us. Very big damage. They through money. They discouraged our people from farming what they eat. You understand? Now you farm cash crop, and in order to sell, so that you can sell it now, use the money you sold and now buy what you are going to eat. That is the catastrophe. Tea, coffee, cocoa, and grapes are all grown in Africa. Kenya, Tanzania, Malawi, Zimbabwe, and Mozambique are the largest producers of tea, while Ethiopia, Uganda, Cote d'Ivoire, Tanzania, and Madagascar are the major producers of coffee. Now you ask me, this tea, who is gaining more? The Europeans. Do you see Lipton you are drinking? Lipton, Lipton. The tea mostly come from Rwanda. The raw tea. Kenya, Rwanda. They take it to Britain, refine it, bag it. You understand? I cannot say refine it, process it, and bag it, put it into tea bags, and bring it back. And we buy it 10 times the price, or more than 50 times the price of more than what they bought. You know, they take the raw material from Africa, and they are the people to fix the price to buy. You see the poor farmers cultivating tea, very miserable. Tea, they don't eat it. They now sell and use the money, go buy cassava, buy yam, buy rice. Why not cultivate rice? Make rice cultivation. Why not make maize production? Maize, corn cultivation. Why not make a yam cultivation a priority so that people will feed? These are the wrong policies of African governments, like Nigeria. Very wrong policies. And do you know who imposed these policies to them? The West. Cocoa is produced in Africa, but they process it into chocolate in Germany, in France, and they bring it back and they sell it 100 times costlier. Do you see the politics? So that, and how are they achieving this? I mean, the West, through what you call democracy. That is a Western imposed democracy. That is how they achieve it. Election. They make you spend, they make a country spend millions, if not billions of naira for election. And the West choose their candidate and promote him and put him there. He will be respecting their interests. They don't care about you. Are you hearing me? That is how their so-called democracy work. That is how it works. We are the original or originators of real democracy. You know, I used to say this. This Western imposed democracy is simply cycle upon cycle of deception. Cycle upon, they use it, they use it to be in charge. As people are drawing, dragging, contesting, they put their own. The West will call and say, okay, what do you have? They will choose the person that can deliver for them the most. He will sign treaties and he will sign agreements with them. America, Washington, England, Spain, France. You sign with them and say, okay, you'll be there, don't worry. Others are just thinking. And before you know, they rig the election, they kill in order to have you forgotten, even in Nigeria presidential elections, they use a helicopter gunships to kill people, to take election materials, to steal it. How many people used to die in every Nigerian so-called presidential election? How many people used to die? Many people. Does it count? No. After all, immediately after, once they put their own person, yeah, it's not about your. I could remember the last 2023. People were shouting, oh, even in national news, they count one. After one, they count 100 for Tinubu. 101, 102, 103, 3,000, 3,000 on television, live on video. Does it matter? Immediately, that is, Britain will come and say, yeah, congratulations, Tinubu is the winner. And Africans being primitive. I say, he's our own, he's a European man, it's okay, man, don't talk, you are in. They don't, how can you maintain the rule of law? The Europeans, they are very smart. That is how they conquer the world. They go to places, anywhere they go, they study the differences between the people, and now they use it as a weapon. So when you talk about democracy or the Western imposed democracy, it is for the Europeans to continue to be in charge of those that are in charge of us. So we there for double wahala. Double wahala we there. I am Sobu. The Europeans are in charge of the politicians that are of the governments that are in charge of us. Listen to this. Listen. Wait. It's
unfortunately
the Sierra Leonean First Lady. You understand? I've been playing this here, but I want you to, because for a First Lady to say this openly, it is for you to understand where we are. Listen.
We are not, unfortunately, we are not given the free will to make decisions on our own mineral resources. There's always Big Brother who decides. And when you fight and say no, we are.
Why are then is the First Lady, the current First Lady of a country? The husband is the president, so-called elected, democratically elected government. But she is crying, lamenting because of her experience in the presidential house. Her eyes opened. He said, unfortunately, we are not given the opportunity in order to govern our people, to govern the land. Now I ask, where is the sovereignty? Where? It's only on paper, isn't it? Today I cool down. I'm saying things, in a cool way. I want you to be reasoning. The woman said, unfortunately, we are not given the opportunity to govern their country. But their elected governments, somebody, countries behind, are in charge. If you dare disobey them, they do away with you. Either you die physically. Have you forgotten the president of Tanzania, the late president of Tanzania, a good man, very good president? He was revealing the COVID-19. Now it is nothing. That they are just a ruse. It's just a shroud. And they say, okay. Before you know, they say they poisoned him and he died. They say it's a COVID. They also forgot the late president of Burundi. All these people died, I think, 2020, 2021, 2020 during the COVID. People that really say no, this thing they are doing, the then president of Burundi, he said that this COVID they are talking is just it just false alarm to achieve one agenda. The then president of Burundi said it. He said, there is nothing like COVID that the way they describe it, and they did away with him. Before you know, he's dead. Is it not? So the people they are afraid of their lives. Listen to the woman again. Listen attentively.
Unfortunately, we are not given the free will to make decisions on our own mineral resources. There's always Big Brother
Big
who
brother.
decides. And when you fight and say, no, we are not going to do this, they use the system to stop you.
Do you know they use the system? Do you know why they are able to use the system? Because the system belongs to them. We are just learning. Are you hearing me? They put us into eternal pupils, not even students, pupils. He said, when you decide, when you fight, you try to fight to make good decisions for your people, for natural resources that belongs to you as the president of the country, as the leader of your country, that wants to do good for your country. The powers the powers that be, they say no. They say no. How dare you? You monkey. Before you know, they use the system to stop you. How are they going to? Why do they use the system? Because the system belongs to them. You are just a learner. Like in Nigeria, they'll first of all give you learner's permit. You put L in your motorcycle, for instance, as learner. I don't know whether it exists today. You know, you are learning. It's their system. You think that you have a country. No, they are in charge of the system. If you, as a president that loves your country, wants to do good and say no, resist them, say no, I want to use something in our land for us, for the people. They say no. They use the system to stop you. Think about it. They use the system to stop you. Continue listening. Yes, we are elaborate.
It's either they set you up with the opposition.
Either they set you up with opposition because they are in charge. Their democracy. So there must be always opposition in a democracy. See, their own pattern of or version of democracy which they put in Africa. They will go and meet the opposition and tell him, hey, now we sponsor you. You'll be the next president, okay? This is what you are going to give to us. We will be in charge of the whole mineral resources. And being an African, you will agree because you want to be in power. Ask yourself, why is it that Ohaji Wema has no access road? Tell me. Under normal circumstance, if for example, we have Biafra, we are in charge of our own destiny. That Ohaji Wema will be one of the places that we have everything. You see that? But the powers that be, they said, no, you shouldn't develop this place. They set it as a trap. They set it as a trap between the people, the population, against the government. I mean, the local governments, the Imo state government. I'm just giving you an example. Something that is life, or is not something that you read, is what you are experiencing. They set them up. So that tomorrow, when they will try to carve them, They will tell them, we are going to carve you into south today. You are no more Igbo. If you agree, we will develop you. We will build road. We will build it. They will agree. Even if it is a Satan that come, as long as it's to develop there, they will agree. These are the systems in place that is above our control. And that is why we want to take charge. We want to be in control of our lives. Are you hearing me? So, this woman is saying either they set you up with the opposition, which is always available in a democracy. That's why China has one party system. It's a democracy because they choose their local councils. They choose. I mean, they elect, not choosing. They elect their local representatives. The local representatives elect the national or regional. That is they modify something in their own way, so that no interruption from any foreigner or foreign government to come and tell them, no, it's not like that. Have you forgotten how they wanted to destroy China? Today is China not strong? Economically, China is strong. The first economy, largest economy in the world. Don't you see that? Because they are in charge of everything. They are in charge of themselves. They are in control of their system of government. America wanted to destroy them using opposition. Hey, they are killing opposition. They are stifling opposition. They are stifling people freedom of speech. Tell me, freedom is there real freedom of speech? And Assange was in jail for how long? Is there real freedom of speech, for your information? These are things they put in place in order to destroy countries, in order to weaken countries so that they will be in charge. It is either they set you up with the opposition. Opposition, they will invite him in the White House. They will invite him in France 24. He will talk oratorily. They will invite him. He will come. He will become. They will promote him in BBC that he's undergoing persecution. That the current government is a bad government. You know, misinforming the people, turning the people, mad against somebody that is trying to save them. That is how they work. And that is why we need Biafra. Listen, continue listening.
And they'll be supporting the opposition against you from the back, or they cause unnecessary chaos in your country,
Or that's unnecessary chaos in your country. Don't you see how they set up jihadism in the Sahel? The West is working with, I'm saying it openly, it is a known fact now. It is one of their weapons. You understand? If you disagree with them, they will allow them, arm them to come to your country and operate. Now the population will start crying against the government. Oh, government, oh, why are you not protecting? Whereas the West, they will come at the back and tell you, do you see this? Just an example. I read the other day, I couldn't see the news again. That terrorist attack, is it in Benin or Togo? If I'm not mistaken. I say yes. As long as Bruta is there now in Benin as Nigerian ambassador. He's there in Benin. So why wouldn't they? So the West, they are using all these as weapons, tools for their interests. Are you hearing me? That is why immediately Burkina Faso went out from France, from the West. They cling to Russia because it takes an opposite force, equal an opposite force to stop the force that is torturing you. They run to Russia. The same with Mali. The same with the Niger Republic for protection. Otherwise, don't you see for how long France was there with America in the Sahel? Every time terrorists attack, they arm them. Is world politics. It's about hypocrisy. It's about obtaining their interest and nothing more. Every other thing they are doing is just like when you are playing chess. You understand? So they use as many people as they want. They use the system. Once you allow, they set up a system in Africa. They set up systems. That's called a democracy, promotion of democracy. That is a system, the Western system they set up. That's why Niger was a democratic country, wasn't it? But it's the poorest country in Africa, in the world. And every time CNN is very proud to say it, mocking them. Oh, it's a democratic country, but it's the poorest. Now, tell me, what is the need of democracy when the people are miserable? What is the need? Give me a good dictator. Is very good. Look at Gaddafi. Gaddafi turned Libya into a semi-paradise. Libyans were living far more better than some Western countries before, some Western Europeans. I am telling you, it's factual. Before, during the time of Gaddafi, he was a dictator, but a good one that wants something good for the country. Not only the country, for Africa in general. And the Europeans, the West, they saw it and said, this man, if we don't stop him, he's going to, you know, he is going to develop everywhere. And Africans will no longer see us as anything. They will now be developed, and their interests will go down. That is why they go after they went after Gaddafi. Are you hearing me? Libya was having an extra surplus of $150 billion. No single debt. Do you hear me? They destroyed it. Ask America today, where is that $150 billion? They have hey, Tisha got the thing. If you check now, maybe Libya will be indebted. Something that never happened during the time of Gaddafi. Do you see how they act? The woman said they will use the system against you by supporting the opposition. They now be promoting the opposition, telling the whole world that, oh, this person is killing opposition leaders. It is anti-democratic. Now, people will not think. The population doesn't think. Here on Radio Biafra, we make you to think some things you don't think about before. If you are hearing it on BBC, please don't just cool down, think, reason. Say, why are they doing this? Do you know that BBC has much listeners and viewers in Africa? Do you know that? And they are pumping money. United Kingdom government, UK government is pumping money to BBC to misinform Africans. Are you hearing me? Because you are what you hear. I could remember before anything is BBC. You didn't hear it in BBC. Now I detest and I abhor all those. If I say abhor, it's very simple. Because I don't even want to use my ear to listen to garbages they are talking. I know how I get my news. And I'm happy that there is social media anyway. So they are no more consequential. And they should be relegated to the background. You see CNN, you see BBC. If you want your brain to be working nice, stop listening to all those medias. Stop it. I am telling you. Stop it. Because they will turn you into a moron, a zombie. They will turn you into a zombie, a moron, and you will not know it. So this woman, he opened up.
So that you are not able to even govern your own people. They will do things to make you not to be functionable. And of course, any country that don't have peace cannot develop. You have to have peace before you talk about development. I'll give you a simple example about Sierra Leone. Every mining company that is in Sierra Leone today is owned by a foreigner. Every mining company. If it's not the Chinese, it's the American, it's the British. Our electricity, Bumuna, is run by the British, and we still don't have light. We're looking for light, electricity. If you don't have electricity, how can you talk about education? How can you talk about health facility? How can you talk about improving the infrastructure of your country? We don't have electricity. Now, do we actually even have proper water, pipe-borne water, so that our kids will not be sick? We don't have those facilities. Why? With all the minerals we have, there is a cap you put. Before my husband became the president of Sierra Leone was benefiting. They said, what's the word? 0.000.1%. What is that? Basically, a company can take as much as $100 million out of the country in terms of minerals, and then they can just give the country $10,000. Now, what will $10,000 do for our health system? What is $10,000 do for our educational system? And these are the things I believe that are stopping Africa from progressing. We don't have a say. The sense about us celebrating independence, I don't know why we celebrate independence, because we are not free.
Do you hear the woman? He said, why are we celebrating independence? And we are not free. He said it as it is. He didn't miss words. Are you hearing me? So it's very, very sad indeed. What we are trying to do here is to let us understand that the life we are living in Nigeria is not the life that is normal for us to live. That is why we want Biafra. Are you hearing me? That is why we want Biafra. Our demand is Biafra. We are not doing something wrong. Do not feel guilty. No. We are doing the right thing because we want something good for ourselves. The same way Americans want something good for themselves. The same way the English, the Brits, they want something good for themselves. And they're working towards it. They work towards it. That is the reason why we are doing what we are doing. So we are doing the right thing. Are you hearing me? And they are killing us for doing the right thing. Now I ask again, why should Africa be hungry? Why should Nigerians be hungry? It's a rhetorical question you should ask yourself. With 200 and something million people, enough land everywhere for cultivation, farm, with very nice weather, why should Africans be hungry? Why should we be shouting? Oh, yam is very costly. One small yam that is not up to 1 kilo, 4,000 naira. Why should it? Because the system in place being put there by the West is being used only to siphon to exploit. They are not there to develop human resources. They are not there to make sure that people work hard. No, it is about money, money, money. Let everybody money, money. No, because it is not our system. That is why we are suffering. Are you hearing me? That's why we are suffering, and that's why we want Biafra. We are just like in an artificial water aquarium. Aquarium has capacity. There are some you put fishes there, they are moving around, moving around. Yes, if the owner of the aquarium wants, he stabs them to death. If he wants, he will hit the water and all of them will die. If he wants, anything he wants to do with the fishes, he will do. But for the fishes, they thought that they are living well, they are moving around, but they are limited. That is the way we are in Nigeria. Now that aquarium, if the fish continue laying eggs, multiplying, there will be a capacity one particular aquarium will not have. Now they will start transporting the fishes to another aquarium. Do you see? Because it is limited. So they place us in a limited place. That is why we are hungry. If Biafra, for example, if we have our own country, we will not talk about hunger. You know, there will be pure agricultural section. People will invest in agriculture. People, we will feed ourselves. Is Israel talking about hunger today? Israel. Israel that lives in a hostile area, lives in deserts. They turn the deserts into forests, into cultivable lands. Imagine that they are not independent. And some Israelis are trying to invest. So let us take example that they are in Europe, and there are deserts in Europe, and some individual Israelis are trying to invest in order to use their natural talents to turn deserts into farmland. There will be jealousy. The government in place will one day say no to this. You are not the owner, this and that. So you want to dominate everywhere. So why are you? Because there is a cap, there is a limit, a limitation placed on them. But as long as you are free, you have your own land, you are in charge. Now the sky becomes your limit. Just like a fish being put into his natural habitat of a river or an ocean. It's limitless. But as long as you are free, you have your own land, you are in charge. Now the sky becomes your limit. Just like a fish being put into his natural habitat of a river or an ocean. It's limitless. But as long as you are free, you have your own land, you are in charge. Now the sky becomes your limit. It's just like a fish being put into his natural habitat of a river or an ocean. It's limitless. But as long as you are free, you have your own land, you are in charge. Now the sky becomes your limit. It's just like a fish being put into his natural habitat of a river or an ocean. It's limitless. But as long as you are free, you have your own land, you are in charge. Now the sky becomes your limit. It's just like a fish being put into his natural habitat of a river or an ocean. It's limitless. But as long as you are free, you have your own land, you are in charge. Now the sky becomes your limit. It's just like a fish being put into his natural habitat of a river or an ocean. It's limitless. The power behind information, media, the manipulative power. You know, gun kills one persons or persons, but with information you can turn the whole world into zombies. With the media, you can clear a whole race. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. This is reality. You know, the events that are happening in this world and the way it is being reported is mind-boggling. It made me to understand that we have been completely duped. Imagine that there is no social media. Have you imagined the time there was nothing like social media? The time that we consume our only source of information was through the media. Have you thought about it? Through the Western media, whatever difference now we have you if you talk about that, but let me tell you, now you can see that CNN, BBC will be talking. CNN, BBC, most all these are I-24 will be speaking one thing. And the people on ground who are showing the video live. And when you compare what is happening their life, no education, nothing. You see that, look, there's a problem. There's, BBC and all these Western media will be speaking opposite of anything completely opposite. And we are even ourselves. You Western media. Like, there was nothing like social media. They have manipulations of the media. Nothing, that was the reason why for decades they have deceived us in the education. Colonial education. I will talk about it in one of these as a topic. I've been dealing on the continuous colonial legacy, and I will touch about education as a topic. They have been feeding us with lies. We discovered River Niger, among the park, and they write mark good, we pass. I could remember in primary school. It came out in different exams, even quiz. We discovered the source of River Niger, among the park. We discovered the mouth of River Niger, the Landa brothers. I will not forget it. And I can walk the audience. So you get it. Oh yeah. Later did we know that it is one of the colonial education. The continuous colonial legacy. Have you asked yourself, why is it people, people that are inventors in our land, the one we are seeing, we are experiencing, I'm not talking about in America or anywhere, in our own land. People that build things, they seldom finish secondary school. Some even don't finish primary school. Look at Innocent. Innocent was not a graduate. Maybe by now he has taken adult education after doing what he's doing. I don't know. But he was not a graduate. Many of them got some of them. Even our little, our boys and girls with the hot heads that are even that we are having the gift, the natural talent. I understand what I'm saying because I'm one of them. If not for Nigeria, you don't learn all these things in the Western education. You don't learn it. Do you see even on the social media? You see about the video of the guy in, I think, Zimbabwe, yes, that built a power producing plant. What the plant is using, according to the scientists, American scientists, they say it defied the law of physics. Because I can now understand that the curriculums in the Western education is to control, to make sure to streamline things to what they want to hear, what they want you to do. I don't know whether people understand what I'm doing. The American scientists visited the Zimbabwean boy, and the explanation the guy was giving him, he cannot understand it. He asked the guy, what is powering this plant? He said, no, it's just nature. That as we are now, that there is a current on the air. How do you get this thing? No, I just sleep. I wake up. My spirit will just tell me something. I'll be writing, I'll be jotting down before you know, I'll construct it. The American man said no. He's a scientist. He came to verify because he said, I have been seeing this type of hoax on social media. So he flew from America town to Zimbabwe in order to verify. And lo and behold, it is completely correct. It is reality. The guy didn't finish his I have been seeing this type of harass on social media. So they flew from America town to Zimbabwe in order to verify. And lo and behold, it is completely correct. It is reality. The guy didn't finish his round. Behold, it is completely correct. It is reality. The guy didn't finish his round. Behold, it is completely correct. It is reality. The guy didn't finish his round. Behold, it is completely correct. It is reality. The guy didn't finish his round. Okay, we must continue. I don't know why. So we are live and direct, please. We are live and direct. Let me see what is happening. My dashboard is showing okay. I don't know. My voice is coming out. It should. We must continue. Yeah. Okay. So my voice is coming out. Yes. Do not forget that today is the 25th day of July 2024. 25th day of July 2024. Tata Bobo Cheke. I am just talking on why Africa is poor. We are rich, but we are poor. Africa home to highest percentage of hungry people worldwide, according to United Nations study, which is very, very sad indeed. I don't know. Stories like this, headlines like this, how does it make you feel as an African? You know, it doesn't matter you are in New Zealand, though. It doesn't matter wherever you are. But if you see headlines like this, how does it make you feel? This is why we must, you know, fight in order to remove ourselves, extricate ourselves from these artificial difficulties being imposed on us. I was giving example before about Israel. Israel today is a country, a sovereign country. They turned, they have succeeded in turning deserts into farmlands, arable, cultivable farmlands, which they are farming using to feed their people. They are feeding themselves at least. But Africa, we have natural, uh, uh, you know, situations on our side. The weather is on our side, very favorable. But we are dying of hunger. Why? This is so deep. You need to think about it. It's not ordinary. This is artificially imposed, artificially done. And we have to artificially redo this, remove ourselves from this misery, artificially by ourselves, using our hand, our brain. Are you hearing me? You heard what the first lady, the Sierra Leonean first lady said, out of experience, that the big brothers, they are always there. If you try to disobey them, they will use the system. Which system they are using? The system they put in place. And you are thinking that you are independent, whereas the system is in the hands of the colonizers. Don't you think that this is so deep? We are just existing as, for example, as Nigerians, in at the mercy of the Europeans, at the mercy of the West. Should it be like that? The answer is no. It shouldn't be like that. That shouldn't be the case. That's why Bill Gates has the audacity in order to bring GMO foods to kill our people. That's the reason. Because the system is in, they are in charge of the system. The first, if not one of the first, if not the first person to go and physically congratulate, visit Tinubu, one of the first people is Bill Gates. He went to, concretize and say, yes, I'm in charge. We are in charge. Are you hearing me? Do you see the piteous situation we are in? I want to provoke your your being. I want to provoke you into positive action. In order to do what? Sometimes as a human being, you say what you should be thinking and say, how do we move away from this type of situation we are in? Because it is artificially imposed, and we have to also artificially remove it. It is not something that we will be there maybe by only simple wishing it will go off. It's impossible. It cannot. We must fight in order to remove it. Are you hearing me? So let me go on other news headlines. Remember, I'm talking about on what do we want? Biafra, our demand is Biafra, nothing more. Now, there's another news headline. How NNPC people open the plant in faraway Malta, bringing poor products with first certificates. Dangote opened up. You know, Mazi Chinasa ọ sị ndị irom nsogbu pụtakwara ha ka ha gbupuo onwe ha afọ. That is how they behave. Now they are having problems. So they are opening what have been existing as secrets between them, they are revealing it. Nigerians are there. Now, the one Nigeria you are hearing, the one Nigeria you are hearing, the one Nigeria you are hearing, unity of Nigeria, is all about the personal interests. The cabals, the caliphate cabals, the wickedness is overwhelming. They opened up, built refinery plants in Malta. The different politicians, Nigerian politicians, including Babangida, built their own in different countries. They built, that is why they tell you, they drill oil. Oil is drilled in our land. But they export it and now refine it abroad. They are refining it in their individual refineries to make money, to make a triple, quadruple, hundredtuple money gains and keep people suffering. Are you hearing me? They keep people miserable. If you want to talk, they tell you, say, he's a Igbo man. Now I ask, what did we do? We are just fighting, asking for us to be in charge of our lives. We are just asking for Haji Ebema to benefit from what comes from their land. Nothing more, to be in charge of what comes from their land. We are just fighting for Bayasa. That oil in Bayasa will become for Bayasa, not for Jigawa. That is a crime we have committed. That is a crime Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed, and he is there in the DSA dungeon. What did he do? What did he do? Now they know. They are revealing. They open. If just explain this 101 to Nigerians, how sensible, what is the rationale in individuals in your country. Now you are one of the largest producers of crude oil. Now they build refineries in other countries, providing all those countries like Malta and other places, providing their citizens with thousands of their citizens with job creations at the expense of their own fellow citizens. Tell me, Tata, I want to talk in a in a cool way. Tell me the rationale behind it. Iwanyanwo has died. May he stay anywhere he's supposed to stay. I don't know. That is what I wish him. He's an old man, yes. I put it on my page, Facebook page. What legacy will he be remembered with? All those billions and billions of naira every time, dollar, this and that, all gone. What matters is the legacy you lay here on earth that will immortalize you. That is the only thing. So, when you look at all these things, you see that, look, we need to fight to lay good legacies, to fight for our collective interest, so that even if you are gone, your future generations will be enjoying. They will be happy that you existed. But selfishness, will selfishness allow it? That is a question for you to answer. They built refineries in foreign countries and taking refine. He's hitting Dangote now. They are fighting because he has stepped foot in their toes, on their toes. So now they are fighting, saying, no, no, no. We can allow you with a monopoly of sugar. No problem. A monopoly of other things like cement, Indomie. They knock weak people out. Like, what is the name of this our brother? Or cement industry. They close in Calago Cement because we are weak. We are just placed in a just like fish placed in artificial aquarium of 2 by 2 aquarium with water. The fishes are moving, but they are limited. So we are weak. So there is nothing under Nigeria. We are weak. We are not in charge of anything concerning us. That's why we are running everywhere abroad. We are everywhere. We thought that it was a blessing. Any person that is telling you, let me tell you, any person that is telling you that God is answering your prayer for you to get visa to, tell that person it's a curse. Are you hearing me? Any pastor, any reverend, any dibia. Do I call them dibia self? It's just usurpers. They are not dibia because dibia is a master of knowledge. They are not masters of knowledge. No. So any of all these people that tells you that, oh, don't worry, God will do, you will get visa. We pray you have visa. This is the will of. Tell that person he's an idiot. Insult the person the way you can, because this is a curse. It's not a blessing. Are you hearing me? Us being outside everywhere is a curse. It's a curse. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Because they want us all to go out so that they'll be in charge. Do you know before 1994, before the opening of, the changing of apartheid to the popular government you are seeing today, they want South Africans, black South Africans, to run away from their land. I have a friend of mine, he traveled from there. He say even it's a traveling agency that got him visa to where he is today in America. They got, you don't need, he said, as you are with South Africa, it's South African passport. They want you, they give it as a black person. Oh, they want you take which country you want to go. Visa is already, or is it Australia? Anywhere you want to go, they will provide for you visa very easily. He said he didn't even want to go. Is the traveling agent that time before the end of apartheid? At the airport, they want the people there, the white people that are, they kiss you, they stamp you, they want to kiss you goodbye. Don't come back. Go, go, no problem. God have done it for you. Go, go, go. Live here for us. That is how it is. And the same with our own land. We thought it was a blessing. It's we that is trying to turn it into a blessing now. Because with human brain together, with the experiences we have everywhere we are. But before they deceive us, he said, oh, Jesus will give you visa. Tell that person that he's not a human being. Insult him. Any person that tell you that God will give you visa, their visa, tell him that you don't want to even know that God. If God will give you visa for you to run away from your land, why can't the same God give Germans visa to come to run to your place? Do you see how they are in charge of our everything? Now I'm not going there. Now, how can you be in a country whereby they artificially want you to suffer? They make you to suffer and suffer. Whereas they will be coming to do window dressing. You know, they will come on top of praying that everything is okay. Look at the suffering, everything that is going on. Look at the payments, I mean the remunerations of the Nigerian politicians. Look at their remunerations. Nigerian senators are the highest paid in the world. Do you know that? Do you know that in some countries in Europe, teachers, primary school teachers receive more salary than their senators? Do you know that? Maybe you don't know. Do you know that? I say school teachers receive more salary than their senators, members of parliament, in some countries, in European countries. That is why, uh, things are developed. Everything is organized. Money is flowing to everywhere, touching everywhere. It's artificially done. There is no one God that did it. No, it's human beings that did it. But in your own, as animals as you are, your politicians are they build refineries, different places of the world, and they take natural crude oil from Nigeria. They now transport it. They pay for the transportation down to the refinery in faraway Malta or Malaysia or Indonesia. They go there now. The whole costs they will pay. The government will pay. Now, after refining, they will be buying each finished product one by one at high costs than anything, bringing it back to the country. Whereas they have the same refineries and they put it under money bond. And they tell the people that are working there, you will be paid, but you'll be paid for doing nothing, receiving salaries. How horrible is that place? Tell me. Tell me. If it's something you are seeing, if Nigeria is something, for example, physical thing like bush, will you want to enter there? Tell me. That is these are the causes of the problems. That is why all we are asking is Biafra, nothing more. We are not doing the right thing. I mean, we are not doing the wrong thing. We are doing the right thing of trying to chart our own way. To chart our own way. And that is why they are killing us. Nigerian army troops invade the Imo community, reportedly gunned down civilians. That was yesterday's news. It's there. It's opposed to them in Imo in our. Why is he killing the people? Why is he killing the people? Bombing houses. Why? Why? Iwanyawo has died, hasn't he? What legacy? What legacy did he lay? What legacy did Iwanyawo lay? There was one time somebody brought him privately. I talked with him. you know, privately. He's dead. That's why I'm talking it. I say, oh God, why are you people? He said, no, I'm not afraid. I can this and that. I can come to Radio Biafra to talk, but they run away. I say, if I will like you to to ask you some questions so that people will listen. I'm saying this for the first time, because he's dead. You understand me? So, he said he's not afraid. He's an old man now. I say, but you need to lay good legacy. That is what matters. I told him, direct. You need to lay good legacy. That is what matters. Today he's gone. What legacy is he going to be remembered with? All those billions, Adele and Enik, this and that, is done. You heard how Mazi revealed about the deputy president, what is his name, of Shagare. Why is all these names escaping my mind? How he was given money to build ports, seaport in Onisha, to dredge Onisha seaport, or to build seaport in River Niger in Onisha, and he used the money build the hotel. What are the names of the hotels? Today, the man is dead. The hotels now, maybe many of the hotels, some maybe have been stolen by. It depends on who. Had it been he built the seaport, he will be remembered. Maybe that seaport will be named after him forever. Do you see? But he opted for money, low life. That is why when in 1982, when Buhari came on board, overthrew them, he overthrew them. He left, everything we look at it with tribal is Nigeria. Nigeria programmed us like that. We look at it with tribal eye, yes. But there are secrets behind all these things. There are the more you go up, the more you understand that there are things. Buhari could not endure it. That's why he arrested him. What is the name of this deputy? Somebody send me this, the deputy president of Shagari, please. Buhari put him in jail. And we are shouting, he's Igbo man, Igbo, because he have looked at the billions of naira that was given to, if not dollars, for a project, and he didn't do it. And we ourselves that are supposed to be the beneficiaries of that project, we are now defending the thief because of he's an Igbo man. Fulani man is persecuting him because he's Igbo man. They use that sentiment. That is how they control people. And you'll be fighting for nothing. People that sabi, that know the secret, will be calling you, I'm not here, you don't know nothing. This man that is in jail you're supposed to even stone him to death. Because he was given billions of dollars to build seaports, but he didn't do it. Now you are defending him because he's an Igbo man. Do you see? Sometimes ignorance will make you, when you now understand what happened that time and the way you behave that time, you'll be ashamed of yourself. I am telling you. You'll be saying, how I wish the man was killed. That's why I don't defend any politician. It doesn't, even if it's not your papa. It's an Igbo man. Don't defend. Sometimes, anyway, the Nigerian system is teaching us. That's why Nigeria is recreating us. Because of the way others. Alex Ekweme, thank you very much. Mazi. Alex Ekweme. Are you hearing me? In Nigeria is recreating us. The characters we didn't have. Because we are for the truth. We go for, the reality. It is in our nomenclature. But because of the system of Nigeria, we are now being recreated. We are now being recreated. So that we support an Igbo man, even if he's a criminal. We say, leave him now, a criminal. After all, you are un criminal, you left him. Do you see how Nigeria is gradually changing our nomenclature? That is the danger. That is why all we are asking is for Biafra. to get out of this hellhole before our natural character all changes. I don't know whether people are understanding what I'm saying. The more we stay in Nigeria, the more our natural good characters change to become evil. We can now defend the criminal only because he's from Igbo land. But maybe he was sucking our blood. We didn't know. Like Alex Ekweme. We were defending him. Weren't we? We are defending him. Not knowing that he committed atrocity against even us. How can you know without being told? That is a problem. How can you know? So, you see, the legacy is the legacy that is being led. That is what matters. Nigerian troops, they are killing our people, bombing houses. And it doesn't matter whatever happens. There is no need for troops, military, to come down into civilian areas, into villages to start shooting, bombing from shooting mortars as if it's in a war front. Why is it so? They attacked Nigerian Defense Academy in Kaduna. They didn't do this. They didn't shoot them. They didn't bomb them from everywhere, bomb the communities, the villages. No. If Nigeria is a country, they should act responsibly. Do you see why we want Biafra? That is the reason. These are some of the reasons why we want Biafra. Nothing more. We are not doing something wrong. Now, let me read you another news headline also. Let me read you another news headline. Okay. Okay, yeah. Southeast Development Commission Act. Deputy Speaker Carlo urges Igbo to abandon agitation, lobby to achieve more with Tinubu government. Do you see the agents that are in place? They are looking at issues in a very myopic manner. Because Tinubu signed the Southeast Development Commission. The same way he signed, I think it's not only Southeast even. Also, is it not Northwest? Northwest Development Council also. Is signed. So now, do you see how they do? Now, one of these their agents have now come. He said no. He urges Igbo to abandon signed. So now, do you see how they do? Now, one of these their agents have now come. He said no. He urges Igbo to abandon digital biscuit. A piece of pizza, you become happy, you forget. After you move away, go because he wanted to follow you. And when he looks, he will not see you again. After he started crying again, they give him some, just to appease, temporal appeasement. Is that the way we should be going? Is that the way we go? The answer is no. All we want is Biafra, not South is signing off. That is signature. Didn't they decree Niger Delta Commission? I mean, Development Commission. For how long? What is happening in so-called Niger Delta? Is it developed? Remember, Imo State is part of Niger Delta. Abia State is part of Niger Delta. Remember, what development? For how long have they been? Have the Niger Delta Commission, Development Commission? NDC, that still they are there to plunder any money that is given to them. Nigeria government will give them allocation and we still take it back from them. The politicians, the president, and all of them, they will divide it. Do you remember when Akpabio wanted to reveal some secrets? When they said no, he chopped Niger Delta Commission money. He said, "Okay, I want to talk." They took him to court. Have you forgotten? I think last 3 years. I don't know. Sometimes, am I talking to myself? Have you forgotten when they took him to court? Oh, he squandered billions and billions of naira. This and Akpabio say, okay, you people took me to court. I want to talk. The senators, this you have so share. He started calling the judge. He said, it's okay. We don't want again. Don't worry, it's okay. Have you forgotten? They recompense him with being the Senate chief after looting the so-called Niger Delta Development Commission fund. That is why this idiot, I call him idiot on air. Because when you behave as an idiot, we call you that. This Carlo urges Igbo to abandon agitation. To do what? If a lizard abandons Ukwu a tree, aka now. Because this guy, this idiot knew that they will hijack any allocation for any so-called development. It's still them that will share it. Do you see how they act? They don't understand IPOB. They thought that we are Masob. That I say, okay, do you see now? They have started started the. Do you remember what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said in 2017 when he went to meeting with the southeastern governors? He had a meeting with them. They say, okay, do this. What are you going? What are we going to do so that you abandon or you lower the agitation, lower the polity, because it's very hot. He wrote and gave them the list of everything in one first, so that he said he don't want to see here that okay, everything is approved. We are going to start. He said he want to start seeing it as they are doing it. We are going to. As he give them that list of things, they didn't come. They didn't reply him again. They planned to kill him. They brought Operation Python Dance. What did we do to merit death? What did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu do? Only asking for referendum. A referendum that Iceland, with referendum, Iceland became Iceland a country today from Denmark. With referendum, Atiku Abubakar became a Nigerian from Adamawa, Cameroon, become Adamawa Nigerian. Just referendum. It's just what we are asking for. Just for us to choose, to make our own choice. But the colonialists say no. Who are we to make our own choice? That we must be under subjugation. We have oil, we have coal, we have cobelium, we have rare animals, we have cotton, we have uranium. Everywhere in Biafra land, we have all these things. These are things you don't know. But they say, how can we allow these people, these monkeys, to control, to be in charge of their land with all these vast natural resources on their land? They said, no. Do you see? What have we done wrong? This idiot say we should abandon agitation. Now, once we abandon, now we start asking you, okay, Oga, okay, we have abandoned agitation. We no more want Biafra, yeah? When is he going to give us the Southeast Development Act? What is going to happen? He will start playing us. No, don't worry now. Don't worry. It's like that. Don't you see Niger Delta? What happened? It's like that. So the voice will change. Abandon agitation. This man has crossed the red line. I am telling you. If I have his number, I will call him direct. I say, Oga, you have crossed the red line. You don't do that. You don't play politics. You are dirty politics with our collective interests, what we are dying for. You don't do that. You don't do that. These are criminals that are there in order. Just look at an Igbo man. Always dressed in 1005. That is a Danchiki, outside Danchiki. It shows you all you need to know. Have you ever seen an Hausa man or a Northerner, a Fulani, in that their house of Senate? Let me bring all this, because little things matter. You know, uh, have you ever seen a Fulani man in the Senate? Naturally, he comes to Senate House dressed in Ishiago. Have you ever seen? I never see. If you have seen, please, you let me know. I never see that. Why is it that our people, they will tell you, say, he have been wearing Ishiago, let him check. But you have different types of Igbo attire. You can go there with. Do you know what it means? Inferiority complex. A political representative, anything he does, it has meaning. The way you wear, the clothes you wear, people will read meaning to it. The way you walk, the way you talk, it speaks volume. It represents something. Why is our Igbo representatives, from time to time, they wear either Yoruba Shebi or Hausa Danchiki? Why is it so? You never see a Hausa representative, a Northerner, coming to the House of Senate, House of Assembly with with Ishiago. No, you don't see it. It doesn't occur. I never see it. Unless you have seen, you let me know. Naturally, say, he's just coming today, just as our Igbo people are doing. Do you know what it means? Inferiority. You are submitting. You are inferior. That is what it means. If you are not inferior, you will never put it. You will be going, as long as you are going on a public event representing your people, you will do everything to showcase that you are representing your people. Are you hearing me? So, because Tinubu have time, because these are things they tell them, advices they got from Britain. Okay, just sign. Is it not signature? Sign and broadcast it. BBC will carry it. Oh, they have the BBC pigeon. They don't sign Southeast Commission, the Development Commission Act. So what do you mean now? Hey, development will come Southeast. The will they will agitate. I mean, they will have emotion. The emotions will rise up. Hey, not true, not true, not lie, not true, not wow. They will laugh at you at the back. We are not this type of people. What we want is Biafra. If we sleep, you wake us up. What do you want, Biafra? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, they have said it all. When that Hausa woman or Fulani woman, a journalist, interviewed him, he said, is there anything that will be done so that you will stop agitation, so that you will not talk about Biafra, so that we come back to one Nigeria? He said, no, it's too late. After 54 years, nothing is done. Anything you are doing now is just, you are trying to whitewash. It's deception. It's just simple deception. Are you hearing me? Deception. And I think that is Britain that gave them this idea. Just do it so that to cool them down. You show it to them. They will activate their agents. One of the agents, like a Carlo. I don't know whether is this Carlo. I don't know whether it's him that will did the 1 million man march during the Abacha regime to support Abacha. I don't know whether it's him, because that time there was one. Is it Carlo or Kanu? I don't know. That was used to speak a phonetics, American phonetics. Ihe ji ogbu anyị, ihe ji America, as if you are somebody, but you are nothing. So they will activate this their agent into I'm talking to Biafra, please. Oh yeah, let us. Yeah, Tinubu have signed the Southeast Development Commission Act. Oh yeah, which means everything will be okay. Southeast. Oh yeah, stop agitation, and we stop agitation and do what? Is it more? Is it this is more than signing Southeast Development Project or Commission? Southeast Development Commission Act is more than that. We are in Nigeria. We are in an just like artificial aquarium where we are limited. We as Biafrans, we should be in charge of our lives. Once we are in charge of our lives, our destiny, you see that we are unlimited. The sky will be our limit. People will start building. You will see private uh, billionaires, Biafran billionaires, investing private businesses, investing on like Elon Musk on building space shuttle. You will not believe it. But in Nigeria, who uh, we are everybody now. Onye ọna na-adọ ka ọ dọkụ. Everybody is going for stealing, exploitation, stealing. So nobody eyes because if you lose guard, others they steal everything. So you have to steal. Nobody have time of this type of investment. Are you hearing me? Look at our land. We have people that has money, individuals. They don't even try to have brain to invest on upcoming talents. You see people that little kids that can build one thing or the other. You know, somebody that builds a drone. You see the kids that build generator that works that doesn't work with fuel. The fuel is urine. Where are they? Before you know, America will come and give them visa and take them. You don't have our, billionaires or millionaires that can invest. Say, oh, yeah, come. What do you need? Let us invest little by little. All these big messages that you are seeing, it started from little things, little in a workshop, little. Our people don't have that mind because we are in Nigeria. So everybody is going about what you are going to steal, what you are going to loot, to enter into government. Even if you're a billionaire, you have to, as long as you are an Igbo billionaire, if you are not into government, your billion can disappear in one. A governor can enter office and force you, try to convince you to be with him. If you refuse, he will render you poor person. Do you see? Do you see? Do you see it? Some sometimes you don't blame people. So everybody is hustling to be updated in Nigerian politics. Enter Nigeria. So people don't have that foresight. How do we develop our place? Because we are not in charge of our place. We are not in charge of our lives. You can even try to invest on somebody that start building one thing or the other, have a workshop. Before you know, one mad politician will send police and military come and kill everybody there. Say you are building nuclear bomb to overthrow the government, and they will label you that. Do you see why we need to go Biafra? Why we need Biafra? Why we are doing what we are doing? Because you are not safe. In Nigeria, we are not safe. We are limited. The ceiling remains our limit in Nigeria. But if we have Biafra, we are in control of our land. We the people will now make chart the type of government we want to follow, the line we want to follow. It will be a collective decision, not somebody will decide for us, like this speaker is trying to do. Lobby to achieve more Tinubu with the Chinedu government. As if okay, if what Southeast Development Commission Act Is it not still the same politicians that is going to the same set of criminals we call politicians like him, like the speaker that will be in charge of any allocation made for development acts? Is it not the same? What are they going to do? We should double, triple our efforts in agitation in quest for the restoration of Biafra because we are not doing anything wrong. What I ask again, what did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu do? What did he commit? Just asking for freedom for the people. We are asking for plebiscite. That is a referendum. You know, in a referendum, you can lose. Do we need to be slaughtered and slaughtered just like in the case of South Sudan? They allow South Sudan to be slaughtered for 39 years before finally United Nations will say, okay, come, organize a referendum for them. They always play God. Why does our black person life, black African life doesn't matter? Why? We need to, we have to be slaughtered and slaughtered and slaughtered before they will say, okay, it seems this thing is, let us just allow them. What did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu commit? What offense did he commit to be there? Just tell me, what offense did he commit? He committed nothing. He is there asking for the freedom of Biafrans. That we are under lock and case in Nigeria. That is it. So anybody that is trying to tell you this, the normal mantra, like let me read a bit on what this man is saying. Barely 24 hours after Bola Tinubu signed the Southeast Development Commission bill into law, Deputy Speaker House of Representatives, Right Honorable Imma Okaha, Right Honorable Benjamin Okezie has called on his Igbo kinsmen to stop agitation because here there is now. So you know, it's so for him, he don't have problem. So nobody has problem. That's why when you talk about say we as a people we are marginalized, they say no, they don't get because if he tries to import anything, he's a honorable Nigerian honorable. Once they put the speaker of a senate, he will everything will be the container, his container, anything he imported will be there. Maybe he will not even pay. They will with the escort, they will bring it to his house in Abuja or any place in Biafra land. That is his house. So he believed that he doesn't experience what we are experiencing. He doesn't know that. So once he's okay, everybody is okay. That is selfishness. Are you hearing me? No seaport in our land. No seaport. Biafra, that is, we have water bodies, ocean, rivers everywhere. No seaports. International airport, we have to everything. We love learning, but they are curbing us, failing us, frustrating our children. If anyone that goes to school and come, how many Biafrans are in federal government parastatal? You are just an errand boy. Look at NNPC signing Southeastern Development Commission Act into law. Is he going to make NNPC to be controlled by Biafrans, the owners? The answer is no. Is he going to remove Northerners from having oil wells in Biafra land? The answer is no. Now what is it? Now we check you. Now we check it. These people, they should understand that we are not doing anything wrong. We are not trying to demand what is undemandable. No, we are demanding for our right. We want us to be in charge of our lives so that we can contribute our quota to this beautiful planet Earth that is, that we found ourselves in. It's not by accident. So, because Tinubu signed the Southeast Development Commission Act, now we should stop agitation. Is that what this idiot is saying? Does he understand what it means? I'm watching him. He's wearing Hausa Danchiki, showing, if, for example, in his leisure time, he's going on private business, he wearing that. I don't have problem with that. But once you are representing a people, you must behave like the people. Everything you are wearing, including your dressing, your dress code, must be for the people. That is what they don't understand. That's why I said, do you see the outside? Do you see the Northerners, the Caliphate? They are more political juggernauts, politically wise, 100 times than our people. I ask again, have you seen a Fulani person coming in that Nigerian Senate or House of Representatives? Have you ever seen him wearing Ishiago, coming one day wearing Ishiago? The answer is no. Now, let me also read this. It will be the last, but the last headline before I open the lines. It said, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me. Mm, okay. Even Ohaneze Ndigbo is praising Tinubu for that. I don't care. But our quest is for the restoration of Biafra. Now, Knox, as this is yesterday's news headline, as Northern lawmakers back demand for Nnamdi Kanu's release. The coalition of Northern Group has lambasted the federal lawmakers, especially those from the North, for supporting the call for the release of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The call for the freedom of the IPOB leader has become louder as prominent Nigerians, including lawmakers, have added their voice. Now I ask, what did this man commit? Only nepotism. Because the status quo in Nigeria is favoring the North. Is favoring not the North in North or no, favoring the Fulani Caliphate. Because the minorities in the North are being downtrodden. Nobody hears their voice. For your information, we are even talking. They are afraid to talk. They are afraid of talking because they are in the midst of the Fulani Caliphate. They kill them. No person talks about them. The minority ethnicities, the minority tribes in the North. So when we talk about the North, the Fulani Caliphate. So this man, the coalition of Northern Group, they lambasted the federal lawmakers, especially those from the North, for supporting the call for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, what has Mazi Nnamdi Kanu done to merit it where he is? The answer is nothing. Today, Mandela, though late, but he is immortalized. Everybody have been, I could remember when Madiba retired from when he stopped being a president. He retired from politics or political life. But still, you see, presidents of world countries, when they go to South Africa, they want to go and visit him. They want to go and pay homage to him alive. Yeah. So they sent Mandela came out and said, please, I have retired from retirement. Please. I don't want to be seeing people again. Presidents. People are praising him, people are immortalizing him. But during the time he was fighting for his freedom, for the freedom of his people were calling him all sorts of names. People were calling him terrorists. America tagged him as a terrorist. Europeans called him all that is worse than anything. But do you see how things change? Imagine that we could reverse back to time. Do you think that they can accept to jail Mandela? The answer is no. The answer is no. This is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is suffering. He did nothing wrong. He has been calling because Nigeria is unnatural. It's unnatural. Holding people at gunpoint, just like putting fish, natural fishes that should be in the rivers, you put them in an aquarium, watching them, for your pleasure, for your interest, so that anytime you want, you bring out some and kill. Anytime you want, you do anything you want with them. Is it natural? The answer is no. Nigeria, we are in Nigeria. It is unnatural to us. Under gunpoint, we continue killing ourselves. We don't talk about progress. Just like what I said before, our people that has the fund in order to invest on individuals, on people, on talents, on human resources, they are afraid to do it in Nigeria because your business, a big man in Nigeria, can under one day they turn you into a poor person. They seize everything. They will label you anything, maybe because you are not supporting him politically, his political party. Come and pay so amount so that our man will become contribute 50 million. Our man will become so that we contribute to our man will become president. You say no, I'm not in politics. They say okay. Once that their man become president or any political high political office, they turn against you. All your investments, even if you try to invest, maybe you want to invest in order to build to develop something, they will term it another thing. That they want to use it to to overthrow the president, and they will demolish everything. Look at how they demolish the investment, $60 million investment of one of our brothers in Lagos. Under 6 hours, the whole thing was destroyed in Lagos. Say they are building road to Calabar, and they have stopped. Do you see how Nigeria is evil? It's unnatural to us. That is the thing. If had it been our brother, if he invested that kind of investment, he did it in Cameroon, it will not go like that. You see that? You see the difference? It will never be destroyed like that because they will see it's an investor, it's a foreigner, it's an investor. So it cannot go like that. But you being in Nigeria, we are all Nigeria. So any person that is telling us to stop agitation because they signed Southeast Development Commission bill into law, that person is demented. Honestly speaking, is demented. So coalition for Northern Group, all this your uh, I mean tribal bigotry. What are you getting? I say again, what are you getting? The situation of Nigeria is not good for anybody because we are just in Nigeria killing each other, bringing down each other. Look at ordinary protests they are hosting for Nigerians. Now they have used Igbo hatred and to destroy everything. It doesn't concern us because we are agitating for the restoration of Biafra and nothing more. But they have used IPOB. They are now trying to use IPOB as propaganda. That is IPOB supporting, organizing it. So that when people hear it, they will say, Igbo, if it's like that, they told them. They preach it in their mosques. No, it's Onyamini, don't do it. It's the unbeliever. Then it's Biafra, it's Igbo, it's Nnamdi Kanu, it's IPOB. Do you see why development will never succeed in Nigeria? There will be no progress. So why are we wasting our time? Nigeria has wasted our time. That's why I will never stop blaming Azikiwe for being so selfish, not to see the future. Because as a leader, you have to have sound judgment. Mazi Kanu has preached on sound judgment. He's not a leader. Ordinary, just a leader you want to make. Look at Biden. Biden has moved away because people don't believe in his judgment. He's too old. Are you hearing me? Many of the things that will be happening around him, you will not even know. They will just there will be people that will be signed. He just signed because he's too old to be active. To maybe he's supposed to go and sit down. That is a sound judgment. I said he didn't have sound judgment. Had it been in house sound judgment, what you would have understood that this type of people, there is nothing. There is no way we can stay with them. But he's being blinded by his selfish interest to be the president of that big country, Nigeria. which his father formed as an inheritance to him. Do you see the selfishness? So the sound judgment was clouded by his selfish interest. That's why I always clamor for sound judgment here on Radio Biafra, so that you don't allow your emotions and sentiments, whether religious sentiments, in order to cloud your sound judgment. Sound judgment is necessary in this movement. It is highly necessary. And that is what we Igbo, we never have leaders that have sound judgment on the implications, future implications of what they are doing now. Are you hearing me? That is why we make mistakes. Our so-called leaders, they make mistakes. Because they will start something very right, but along the road, before you know it, they commit one fatal error. And they are one blow. Are you hearing me? So we need to have people that sound. That is why, do you see this Radio Biafra is very important. These teachings, the sanitizations of this Radio Biafra, for us to focus on have a sound. Stop being biased or influenced by your emotions, personal greed. Now you just think according to your no. Make sound judgment based on neutrality. Is it not what we clamor? That is it. Because in every mistake you pay cash. As you made mistake in his sound judgment, and here we are today. Because he believed in his studies. For your information, for you that you studied in Harvard doesn't mean that you have the common sense developed. No, it doesn't necessarily mean that. That is one of the mistakes, the fatal errors we are committing. We believe that he who studied that have somebody that have a this and that, he has more knowledge in everything. Not lie. You are just a professional in your own field. Only not if you're a doctor, you are a genius. You can be a genius in that field, nothing more, not in the general view of things. And that is what we are missing. That is why we are calling. Once we see somebody that doesn't speak English, we see an illiterate. You don't know. Somebody might not know how to read and write, but when he speaks, he can assemble. He can, he can do things. He can do administration. He can plan things because he have common sense. But all these people, we look them down because of the imposition, the colonial impositions on us. Now they give us a standard to judge people. This colonial legacy continues. I will be teaching them. We will be understanding things, the fatal mistakes we made, which is also following us and worrying us today. They gave us a leverage, a standard, a balance through which we measure people, and that is total fallacy, total war. That means total failure. Somebody that can be able to do something, that can be able to handle one project or the other, but he's you start asking him, what is your qualification? Do you read Harvard? Do you study in Columbia University? But when you approach the person, he have the natural capability of doing that, and we will ignore him. Do you see where Africa also failed fatally? We never cherished our natural talents, our own. We were given a balance by the Europeans with which we measure people on the schools they attended. I'm not saying that attending school is bad, no. But there are foolish ones that don't have common sense. They also attend school. They have also certificates, good ones also. Like this Carlo. If you sit him down and discuss with him one-on-one, you will understand how foolish he is. Yes, he is on top of the position in Nigeria, but on common sense, he is not. You will see that he's just a foolish person. That whatever he's doing is not even adding any value to our collective interest. All that matters to him is what he can get. Only him. Do you see that? So, what we are asking for is Biafra, and not Southeastern Commission Development Commission Act. No. What we are asking for is Biafra. It is not going out to protest for Nigeria. No, Nigeria is unfixable. I put it in my timeline. Now, if you want to bring an angel to run Nigeria, is unfixable. Any person that is telling you that Nigeria could be better is hallucinating. Because take the mentalities of people. Check, just see how fragmented we are, how tribalist we are, how religious bigots we have been. How do you fix a country like that? How? No national patriotism. Either you are Yoruba, or you are Igbo, or you are Hausa. And then what is it? There is no country. So we are asking and demanding for the restoration of Biafra, and we are not doing anything bad. This is where I'm going to stop. I will go into a few minutes break, so that when I come back, I will open the lines and people will start calling in. Please do not go away. I will be right back in a moment. Please do not go away. I'll be right back.
Oh yes, my people, una well done. No, Obodo Naija don carry census bust out o. Oya bring your ear close make we yarn. Anywhere you dey, if na Biafran you be, whenever they wan count census for Nigeria, kukuma come back to Biafra land o. Make dem count you in your own land because during election they killed us in the north and Yoruba land. And na dem still talk say we no get right to vote in their land. So time don come make we boost our population. And if you no fit return, selenge for your house, make you no participate because dem go add una number for the region where una dey. Another one be say if you dey north and your tribe no be Fulani, when you wan fill the form, identify your tribe. No go write Fulani. E dey very important. In this census, if Biafrans go come back like tomorrow no dey, dem go know say we plenty for this Obodo Naija wey we dey so. We go use this census exercise to ascertain our population and the size of amenities wey we need in Biafran territory. Remember, every obstacle wey we get for this freedom, IPOB don dey dismantle am small small, and this population census go be another evidence to that effect. All hail Biafra. Biafra will hail you. This thing no dey good oh. I say e no good oh. This thing no dey good oh. No one knows tomorrow. Oh yes, oya make una open una ear, hear this one. This one na for EEDC o. EEDC wan defraud Southeast with exorbitant electricity bill with no adequate power supply. On top the matter be say they no go give prepaid meter to their customers, but dem go give illegal high estimated bills. They no wan know if light dey or e no dey. Instead of them to fix am, they go force people to pay the bills wey they no use, or dem go cut the lights. I wonder how communities go use contribute money, buy their own power transformer, buy electricity cables, and yet pay huge amounts of money to this Obodo Naija corrupt EEDC, but they no go gree connect or bring the light. Even when they dismantle to repair community transformers wey spoil, they no go repair or turn it to the communities. This issue don't tire people. Anambra State Governor Soludo, he don't pay 100 billion naira to Emeka for an EEDC. This matter they under agreement to provide light to 24 hours light to. But from March 2023 until now, Anambra State still there for darkness. Emeka for don't frustrate other companies wey wan give us light. The koko be say EEDC na the reason why South East no dey develop. This thing not dey good oh. Say e no good oh. This thing not dey good oh. No one knows tomorrow.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service, coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name is Mazi from our local province of Biafra. Now we are here live and direct. Today is the 25th day of July 2024. Our lines are now opened. Our direct line, as usual, is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our super signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. You can call us and give us your view. But remember, we are only asking for Biafra. All we are demanding is for Biafra to be in control of our own destiny. So we are not doing anything wrong. That's it. I have a caller, the first caller. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
Yeah, Mazi, ndewo.
Again.
Ndewo. Madike. Agoneche mba niile. Agoneche ụmụ Biafra. Onye ndu anyị, onye Chukwu oke zute, ọ na-edu anyị. Anyị ze Chukwu onye bịa n'oge nke steji Chukwu taa bịa. Ya Mazi, number 1. Ihe nchọ ibu n'okwu from echefu owu. Anyị ma na-agwago onye na-agwa ọdịdị leadership US. Biko. Shalom. Amam ihe shalom meaning. Mana ama na ndị banyere ndị banyere ekwu ndewo. So I think Monday our prayer warriors, but the prayer them back. And our prayer warriors we should. I could say boost on my body shalom. Wafu shalom shalom ndewo. Ihe ndị banyere ekwu ndewo. That one. And that one. Secondly, because more like their life, because your Facebook handle in a affair. Sometimes I feel community radio in life because man, men did you know in them about to know in. You put them look at snag on. People do before. I'm just happy because when you know, so happy about again before he go date. Map on all today program, but in case you are I think on network also. So that bygone because more like you can on Facebook on Twitter anywhere. I think I am man or or going on network issue. We know their life. Oh my God, I want to know why they get 24 hours. So life or no life, we go program. I listen man 20 times. We are still listening to it. Oh my God, but people that want to listen to that program. Now we will not be standing. Eventually, each point about you said about the Fulani or the houses, setting our own Isiago to the Senate or to any government official something. Apart from Ahmadi and the Kanu, Isiago they go wiped off. Isiago we go cheap. On your army, go demand the sorry, that's why Ibo. He's the one that demanded for Isiago in his court. That is why Isiago popped out from nowhere. Because it's the thing on the past. This inferiority complex. Even people. If you come to my shop and you are an Igbo somebody, an Igbo person, if you don't speak Igbo, I'm not going to attend to you the way you're going to like. Highest, highest, if you're coming next time, you'll be thinking whether to come or not to come. But as far as you as far as you're an Igbo person, whether you know how to speak or you don't know how to speak, yeah, I think I book you one. Mazi, let's take for instance, people of our age, we know how to speak. Let me not say we know how to speak because anything about people, you have said it in your program, we talk about percentage. People of our age, we don't know how to speak, but we understand people. I have told my people, my how would I put it? I've told people of my age, of my friends, the reason why we can speak is because our parents, whether in Lagos, Ugwausa, not anywhere, the reason why we know how to we are here but we cannot speak is because them they speak like my age now. If I see somebody of my age now, or if I see any of my friends, I will speak Igbo to them because I believe that they are speaking Igbo. Because it is very, it is somehow, how can it somehow for me to be speaking English to my age mates? But if you watch from 10 years down or 15 years down, they speak English themselves. Because most of them are brought up or they are in the township. Then, what I'm asking is, the reason why they say they are here, but they cannot speak is because their parents or people around them speak Igbo to themselves, not to them. Because sometimes somebody is talking to my son. If that person is talking to me in Igbo, greeting me, then my son, you know, say, how are you? He not go to school today. I was ask that person, whether am I more Igbo than my son? Or whether is my son not Igbo like me, that he will speak Igbo to me and speak English to my son? Because if you see me, it's fair. The day Nnamdi was in Colorado when he gave it, I can't forget that day. So, what I'm saying is, those people that they can speak now, but they cannot hear. I'm not talking about our own children, no. I'm talking about from 10 years down. Then they can speak, but they cannot hear. Okay, their own sex now, when they now start getting married, giving birth to children, and then now there is no more people to speak Igbo because they are not being taught Igbo. They only hear when their mother and the parents or their father is making a conversation to a friend or folk. That's where they hear, but they cannot speak. What about their own children? Let me say, let our children now. What about their own children? We have lost them totally. I'm telling you, our children now, their own children, we have lost them totally. That is one side. I went to meeting, my village meeting. I attended the village meeting very well. So, because I've heard them saying that the women are doing election, that we are going to give 2 or 3 people to go and represent them during the election. So I now said, if only our men is going for the women election meeting or something like that, which means we know about their meeting. It's the constitution. Okay, the only place is that our women wear 2-piece wrapper. Sorry. The only place our women wear 2-piece wrapper is only during the meeting. It is only during meeting or other meeting that our women can wear 2-piece wrapper. But apart from that, no any other place. Sorry, that's the only way they can wear 2-piece wrapper. So if our men are going there, or our men have interest there, which means it's the constitution admit them to wear 2-piece wrapper up to today. So, but if you come to the men meeting, you see some men wearing short shirt, trouser. And I'll say that if only our women are wearing, and I say if only our women are wearing 2-piece wrapper, which means it is the men that tell our women what to wear to meeting. So why will we the men now be wearing anyhow? So if our women is wearing trouser or mini skirts or show back to meeting, how are we going to feel? That is number one. If only the which means we give the constitution. So we are not supposed to wear trouser or shirt or knicker or anyhow clothes apart from our own attire dress meeting. That is number one. Number two, we are going through an evolution of Africa. I don't know how to put it, but we are going through evolution, which if you watch now, you see that many people now are this other type. Many people are going into it. People that are not even because we call it the highest title. I hate the church. The book it said that other title is the highest title in our land, which means if you're not if you want a also, you cannot be king. You cannot be any ransom Britain chief also. I don't know how to put it. You cannot go to any other title without being number one and also title. If you watch people now, they are wearing it just for dressing. Just for it's a Biafra, you cannot pay Isago without a red crown. People is now are not going into it. But it is very, very bad now that they are going into it without knowing which I play. My sister went to divorce. I went to the my father to the priest. The priest said that I should swear by the Bible. I tell him that even this Bible I said before me said that we should not swear before any other before anything. And we're in the altar. He won't need. He goes see my head opens it. Present. Because only opens that house. So I go see now people in this education before because it is the most that they're going to go into it. It is a must. So we need to educate them. Now that was their wage. This because he said what is about the flag and behind about inferiority complex. It is there already. But we should number one, first of all, put ourselves in the right position. We should go with the wave. The wave is blowing now. We should go with the wave. Martin, let me not take too much of our Martin, I'll call you after the program. Every time I used to say this, but I don't know. Sometimes I'll call you after the program. It's very important.
There will. We must continue. Yes. Do you remember when UNESCO, when United Nations body pronounced that Igbo language will be extinct in 75 years? Have you people forgotten? You don't know. Just as our brother said. You see, I saw somebody, clamoring about how our little ones, the little children they are born into today, they don't speak Igbo again. Even they no way. They've been a call Igbo land. They don't speak Igbo to their children. There's something I see in us. We believe that anything foreign is superior. Right from time. That's why we quickly jettisoned our Chibi for for the enthusiasm that made the Igbo people to start learning Igbo culture. Even it baffled the Igbo themselves. That is why, they tend us, others, like the Northerners, they were conservative. But we came with everything. We forsook to everything and wholeheartedly followed them. That is why, even in religion, in Christianity, Igbos are the ones, the population, in every church, Yoruba church, House church, which other church, they are the ones supported because they go with the whole heart. Human beings supposed to be reserving. We're supposed to be reserving. Reserve. Are you hearing me? Sometimes it's good for people to be, conservative a bit. To watch. When the Europeans came to our land, they said this is how we quickly get this on and start learning ABJ. We don't care about Ntibidi again. That's why both young and old people are coming now. And I'm AB, ABS, ABJ, AB, ABA. You always see that video. It was a video made at the weather early 20th century or late 18th century, if I'm not wrong. Of how our people were enthusiastically learning the white man culture, everything, jettisoning our own. That is one thing. They saw it. And that is why, as we learn, they scattered us everywhere. They use us, British use Igbos to run every other place as administrators. That's the origin of our people going to the north. They collected because we are perfect slaves. I am telling you. Once we see foreign issue, we relegate our own. That's why we make jest of Abamed. Now here, Abamed. Now that you are fooling, you are stupid, you are fooling yourself. Now here, Abamed. Can you look at? I'm wearing Italian. I will need to. Will need to. If not for IPOB, we were marching happily into abyss, into destruction. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but we are your say, hey, I got done. Never Nigeria no life. I will want you now. That is what happened to us. Somebody will be yapping his own thing now. Do you know that if a Chinese come to your house and see all the most of the things you're using is Chinese, he'll be happy. It's happy. Imagine that you go, for example, you travel to Yugoslavia and you enter your friend's house, and you say,
Okay, I'm sorry. You know, awful Gary, MG. So sometimes when you pick like somebody, you should not do you should not do anything. So thank God very well. Thank God that I get. So I just want to give a little situation right now. We are passing through here in Aba. About this criminal gang they call SAS in Aba. On Sunday, I know Aba. No, and we had that. These guys, criminal robbers, met face to face with this criminal robbers, and they have a shootout with them. And so that's what I would, yeah, by box. Now, however, people were running as a kid that Sunday, was very people running, were running away. That was a Sunday.
There is washing before.
Fine, the people were passing by. You understand? So like, you know, stop aside. They just stop money for so like people collecting money from them. So these people were passing. I know that when they were their parties like as well like collecting money around the road and it would be like a threat to them, they just open fire to those people and they have a shot with them. And those people left. After let me say some 2 minutes shot with them. With those so that just pass with their motor them on their way. Now, according to people that live around them, many of them are living in Bankuni or the house they watch what happened. So what happened? Then now the criminal just left.
just left. Now, what SARS did was that they brought out the person that they were holding in their heels, brought the boy out, shot the boy there. The girl that was when
Wait, take it easy. The person that holding in their he lost his hand.
yeah,
Yes, is he part of the people? How is he?
no. It's a different person. He is a different person. He was someone when I went to my shop in the park. Now we later I hear the story that the boy who side the park around cages. The boy around we shop man, everywhere was locked. It's the boys that people know the boy, the boy around the family there. Now it's the boy there. Give that we that one side. Now when they have the shop, what do so the left. After the boy shot the boy. Shot the pass. But the boy. Yes, the pass. I get about 21 years old. Only touch. That was lifted up. That was shot. The girl was she was lying down using her hand of her hands off. I was like, yeah, no, the girl stood up to run. They shot the girl. I was taken. I was trying to that. Some of them, they are close. So I was like,
So they are shooting everywhere. Any person
yeah, they were trying to civilians. They don't face even the crowd. They know start to transfer them. And those he knows that's not good. This people so you man clear this people. If you hear about what you can you when the WS that's what you want. That's your organization. Can you be so according to open that morning everybody that's in the I no the people start about the people after 3 minutes those people to something to that's who is it now today so 2 days ago the order morning the yes, yes. But I shop. Ya pun shop. And now someone that went there today, he told this guy, they went. Now, now, and then another one. Now, we're not coming back. The people that went to Abi, they didn't go. Now, I'm actually people know now. Now, you have to be this and that. This one we need. The people yeah. If I see the dead now, we get something up. Now, we are the people they kill. They kill the I don't know. It is about it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. After some minutes, when I don't take to go when that's about 2 lots of army. Then when the weapons were that is where people low to airborne. And if you are able to jump or when you are able which you cannot do it. Now so that's when you take it out. As well as 20%. Now like banana. Like you banana. Maybe and then now the first man, okay, the back of the I don't know. Yeah, yeah,
You are okay.
So kita dari apa? Nama jadi. Apa foto? Mana mana mana. Juga mana mana. I don't know what. So, mana mana. So ya. Itu baik macam. Ya lah umur kita. Ada di sini ini. Itu ada. Ayo kita so. So. Ya di sini bom. Mentis. Saya pusing banget. You know. Bisa kita ini. Ini boleh sih. Kita memang harus kita. So, si sono del tunnel. We know what the matter you do. But everybody's like because of fast. And even if they have other, they come close to me. That's why I like it. Another sound. They don't watch. It's like it's what they're I'm thinking being being to go. I'm going to we are not that's speaking up here. So this situation is
We are going on. It is unbearable. Not go and go pass through this and continue being, you know, why? I will be honest with you. The tech is how I should be. Because for self-defeating, to let me tell you something. See, during the Second World War, France was around Italy. I think 1942. Not 42. I 41 or 42. By Germany. That's the golden president of France with face to Algeria. As a government, I established government from Algeria went to England together with militarism. Now, you know, France was under occupation. Let me come. Please come as well. I'm going to because when we say that we are, no, they tell us if weak people, very weak. Very weak. The lamentation of our brother and his revelations is what we are here. To me, honestly, the humiliations of our people. Do you know what happened? Under heavy occupation of German soldiers in France, they were killing French people just for religion. You know, the French women, French girls, they let them wear anything they want. If by any means, if a soldier dies, or was killed, you know what Germany will do? They will go to that village or community and kill everything. Bomb the whole house, kill everybody. Next thing I'm telling you is what happened mention this drastic reply. It's in the nature of living. When you say something to a point, it's not resistance. Natural. Automatic. It doesn't need God to comment. No, no, no. Like your hand. Your hand is, I mean, your palm is soft. Take that hand now. If you're carrying blood, or you carry big hammer, you every time you're carrying something strong. First of all, it will start telling you, you understand? They will be carrying the pen. But when you continue, all the cells now will naturally group and form big cells. In order to resist the pressure you are giving the cells, you're killing them. So they resist naturally. That's why when you shake somebody, the hand will be very, very stiff. You shake him. It's natural resistance. There's something our people should understand. Let me finish this with your friends. Now, French people, nobody, they don't tell man. They will not tell you I mean, defend yourself. So, no, you don't need no preaching for you to defend yourself. No. You don't need preaching. What French people did, French boys and girls, men and women, you call your name. What's in now? Why your name now? I don't know this. How much I look at that. But in the presence of French people, the Germans will be assaulting a French woman. Innocent. If I know, they will kill her. If I know, they will kill her just for pleasure. Pleasure. German soldiers. The people say no. It's like they say no, we cannot send you. You know, because if I don't like it, I will try like tomorrow. So they now start organizing them. When you see two people, they are not more than two. It's not crowd. No, that is why I always say our people are weak. We are weak minded. If always what we have seen now, and it must have been enough without anything I do there. Natural, it's natural. It's fantastic. But our people know why now. Why no? And when you begin, you for nothing. Just like for nothing. That's the most important. I think when you, I think it's I think when you change you, I think it's men cannot like this. There's two, men cannot like today. It's not themselves, you know. Like my fellow listeners. Sometimes you worship, but even if it's nice, I ain't better. Even if you want to, it's too long. That is natural business. It's like, it's not about see, that's what I wanted. Become hellfire for them. So I don't know how can we live in a life like this and we are not like they have between us and everybody. And people they go because they defend it to them. Boys cannot come out even two by two among them. They're not good. I said I hear them. Go ahead. Now I When we continue, and I building now, the leadership boy, yeah, the right assessment, you know, I mean, doesn't tell. I mean, the occupation in our land have reached a situation where we should be suicidal. Because if you don't take time, you lie. So, I don't know before that I said, I more organized, I will do phone, yes, phone, I can't do phone. Oh, you're sitting down, I'm begging. But it's your boy, you like something. So, yeah, oh, so, oh, really, because it's painful. More than just for nothing. Lots of people, now idiots. Anyway, I know you just die for nothing. It's the most painful death. I'm telling you. And then, I came on social media the other day. I think it was a sister that was crying. Yeah. Well, it was one day. Just this. That's one day. For nothing. I died for nothing. Well, nothing. Well, so it's a pity. But I'm kind of that's why I'm taking them. You know, if they not people frustrated because they had them in the north, and they cannot take it. I'm saying, individually, those people, they can know, but you hear me. I had that from this sounds also just anything. Because how many are you compared to the population? But don't you know? So I know. I get the target in Africa. We are organs. So I will just like that for nothing. Yeah, that's where they for people now like that. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. I will with the time. Okay, individually, individually. Call on direct line. Please don't call on support. Hold on, I'll continue. Call on direct line. Please don't. Can you hear me? The woman.
So I just like usual, I wanted to contribute in all your discussion today. Mazi, I shared tears listening to that brother. Everything about my Nnamdi, I'm telling you. I made a mistake, but it doesn't matter. Mazi, we are the women as well. This not these people are pushing us and provoking us to start something that because they said that they did before, they can always do it again. Now, like the rampant for non-government. And we still added it to IPO. Because when you do 1 year, I don't fucking have no more game. So, in a we are people on our station like one of the a lot of freedom. Even now, you know that I don't know the problem I had. But I think I to individual individual that's the one I sport. And they make this they make it. So I want to do because my aggression because they can't have and the bench they don't have aggression only on the public. Why are other people moving around? That's been bringing themselves back at them. So the fear they are putting on. So nobody is
Umibu. Kadi ba tayo. Yo, yan. Kaya tayo na Umibu na wala. Kadi na lulo. Uli ka kung. Umibu. Oh, you know. Uli na. Uli na. Ito pa ito. Ito pa ito. Uli na di ba?
Mazi, let me tell you something. Mazi, let me tell you something. If people in a big group like that, what do you see? Sabotage our people, like people selfishness and people, our people. Oh, is it now? Before a plan, the only way you can when you're open at the only two people. Even that way, before you never say, I already off. For your one about that, you will Nigeria government man there. So how way for man in the missing. Oh, yeah. Only by just one, just go. Ask I just like it. Yeah, one. Just see how na girl. Maybe even like the yeah, the information. So I don't even know forget I in the midst of people like that. The man say about you don't have food. You don't get I get report. I been my for me the best thing about these two only how we are private friend money. The same ideology in society. Person I am them only two people that plan we without now by now they can say 5, 10, 20 people immediately again at all. If we immediately because that's what I
Yeah. Yeah. And we can be up. So why do you think because and when you come up with allegation, this is continue. And so I don't have the point. What I wanted to I don't know. Not the honest type of leadership. And I leadership in the time. I protect and divide. If I made so many media warriors, I think so many of them. Sometimes one of like five today, but I follow him. I know I can another follow up to his program as well. But I didn't sleep in my program because not your own more brother than any other media warrior. Maybe to media warrior. It's a thing. They know machine. And they handle it. And the leadership, I don't like it. So in the bag because we can't do it our people. Like I can feel them. They are doing that. Like that. Now our people are in. And how do I play? Only one way to be good. If I don't live with I'm trying to tell my eyes. What I'm saying is, I don't want to go. I want to do it. I think right. Man.
That was very painful. Look at it. Jonathan. Jonathan. Oh, Reggie. He's the president of Nigeria. He was fighting Boko Haram. But the Northerners, the Northern politicians that I said, no, this man is killing their people. Look at that. And the Chinedu. You know, selfishness is really. I don't know sometimes you want to even throw in the or say why what then again why we are talking about Palestine the whole world is talking about but we under occupation you know what is you know so all the police are supposed to be men of peace shooting every direction in the city you know what it means I know that question honestly it's painful when you I need to get last measure honestly speaking I think I want to continue but why I go there this is why not with them and the more they are saying that they are enveloping us with fear they still are they are afraid Chinedu. The more the item they kill us with you know guys with the reckless abandon that's the most fearful part of it well please don't hear me come on
Yes, brother. I can hear you. Good evening to you. And good evening to our listeners this night. Uh, anyway, let's go. Uh, this man, they called Benjamin in the car. I suppose he's from Igbo by his name. You see all this thing that is going on. Somebody like him, he's the deputy speaker of Nigerian House of Representatives. So he's you know, in the government. So he has the reach, he has the connection, he has the the position. But the only thing he can tell us is he will be dropped by the benefit from Chinedu. That is the only thing. You know, we don't want to generalize, you know, sometimes generalize about our politicians. But our politicians, you have to advise each other now. What is this nonsense? Let's stop extension. Okay, what have you done? What have you okay, listen to this. When this kind of people go on somewhere said release man can release man can you think you are talking to human beings? I want to tell you something. Some of the people who are jumping out now like flying fish saying release man can they are afraid of what's happening in Kenya. Because it's reached our place. So let's be at this. There you go. In the jury requirements, saying they're reducing their salary. Let's be that they do something to show that they're very selfless. You are selfless. You are voting 70,000 naira as minimum wage. What will a person do within a month? With that amount of the price of having the rate of Nigeria today? And then think about somebody who is a couple. They are we don't do with 70,000 naira. When you do Nigeria. Politician, you want show up every day I know Biafra nke gị na gị na nwanne Chineke Nwachukwu na-eme aka m kwadoro na mana ha Chukwu ka dị onye isi anyị Maazị Nnamdi ka ga-egbochi ọnwa maazị ndị na-asị wepụ ga ewepụta na mkpọrọ ndị ama nkwa were ekwu ihe bikos ndị ama ha nkwa were ekwu ihe mgbe kọtụ gara kwuo okwu ọ bụ na ha dị serious mgbe kọtụ bịara kwuo okwu si abụ onye isi anyị ha na-ebido mgbe ahụ kwuo okwu mgbe ka ha na-ebido chalenji mpụta ahụla ha na mebi na ọgwụ ha gbara ya na ọ gaziwuli ya ahụ onye ọbụla na ha nche niile ere ihe ihe ọbụla na ha nche nga na aha ekwu datị hapụ ya hapụ ihe ọbụla na ha nche niile bikos ama na mebi na onye na-aba na DSS pụta dị ya na ọ gacha na ọmụmanụ ahụrụ atụ nwoke pụta ga-akara ha ana ọ ga-akara ha nwee wet ha nwetụtasị na ọ bụrụ ọgwụ ha bụrụ ahịa na ahụ na ọ gaziri ya mebi ọ pụtara ka ọ ga-egara ahụ mgbe ọ ga-apụta obere ọnwụ ya pụta ka ọ nwụọ ma Chineke ka ha ike onye kere n'igwe na ka ha ike a sịdata onye ọla Chukwu kpọrọ n'ọrụ ka ọ na-alụ ọlụ chikere n'igwe na elu ụwa kere onye ọbụla ihe ọ ga-awụ ihe ọwụzi ịmatazi ihe nke gị bikọsi ịmata nke gị gị na-aga were were onye isi anyị matara nke Chukwu kwere esi bịa rụọla anyị ekere ọrụ eke nwanne nwoke Okechukwu ọsọ ekere ọrụ eke onye isi anyị matara nke Chineke kpọrọ ya bịa rụọla anyị onye kere n'eluigwe n'ụwa ọ wụ nọmba 1 nke ọzọ wụzi ike nke na anyị n'isi wụ nọmba 2 ka anyị na-ahụ anya Chineke kepụtara ka ọ bịa zọpụta ụmụ ya kwesị nwere ndị zọpụtara Mozambique Samora Moshe zọpụtara ka ndị ọcha Mugabe zọpụta ndị ike ihe Zambia ndị ike Zimbabwe Gaddafi zọpụta ndị ike ha nye ọcha mmadụ nye ọcha ihe siri agara ihe ndị Chineke ndị ka anyị na-afụ anya na n'ụwa ya bịa wụrụ ya ndị Izrel na-adọpụtakwa ndị ike ha ya bịa wụrụ ya ụmụnne m plan ndị a niile wụ na ka onye isi anyị akpọpụta ya ọgwa ịkọsịrị ndị a ọfụta gara kọt kpọọ ha agba ọgwụ a gaghị agba ọgwa nke ya pụta gị na ọya enwere ike mmiri apụtara enwere ike ịnụtara ofu ihe mana abịara ha fụdat na a na-agba dị ọgwụ ya dị ka ihe mmiri na nwere okwute and ha biri na ọgwụ ahụ ka ọ gasị oli ya ha ka ọ hapụzie ka ọ bịa nwụọ ha manyakwa na-egwu hapụ ya mana ha sị dat na ike ha ga-ada ma nwedị ha ga-eme nga na-agbaghekwu ihe ọwụ sabotage ka ha na-eme nga ha na-agbaghekwu ihe ọwụ ka ha kwuo nga ha na-agbaghekwu ihe ka ha asị ka ha asị asịrị ka sịkwa na ha nụrụ olu ha nwanne onye ara na onye arara ala onye oshi onye oshi gide onye oshi jipụrụ n'aka ọ achị na ozu oshi ndị arụ na ya na-ekwu ihe nwedị ike nwere obi nwanne onye bada ples ya na-achọta ogechi mee ka ọ wụrụ ka ọ dị ọmụmụ kachi ebe ihe na-ekwuchara ụwa brọda ya ese foto otu gọvanọ ana ya ese foto otu onye ndị uwe ojii onye isi n'iwe ojii etinye n'ihu ihe ehihie onye ara kwuru ya asị maka onye ọhụụ ọ ga-ahụ nwere kọnekshọn ka o nwere kọnekshọn akpọrọ ndị saz akpọ ndị akpọrọ ndị abịa mmemme na res nwere aka gị dịkwa chọnwedịghị ime maka onye kwuru ụka ya bịa wụrụ ya onye meghara onye ara kọndọktọ efe ụmụnne ya n'aka ndị be anyị nweta hara tenkuba na akpa ha nwanne nwedị ihe onye ọzọ nwụrụ ha n'ụwa ahụta 90% nwedịghị nwere huma simpasi ya ma hụ na-eweta ka erie ka aṅụọ onye ọnachi iwe ọmọkachi ojulo mọk onye ọnachi ime ka ịkọ ihe ọ ga-eme ka ọhụụ na ka ihe kacha mma onye ọnachi ime ga-eme ka na ka ihe hayes ọ nsogbu anyị nwere gara n'ebe anyị nwa chere ka na onye ọzọ akwụkwọ nye ọkwa nna dị karị onye ọkwa onye ọpụta na ya nwere wet onye ha ka mụ gọvanọ ịwụ gọvanọ bifo na ụdị gọvanọ n'ihi ewu gọvanọ ogede gọvanọ chikwu mmadụ gọvanọ onwe ya ihe because iji akara aka anyị onye nyere ya erie gị gbasa anyị na onye ọbụla kwuru ihe ga na-eme ebeda onye na-emebere ndị a na-egbufuchiri na-egbufuchiri n'oge oge rubega na-egbufuchi ha for nothing sake ndị achọrọ ka iyi zuo because na ịnọ na a ga-enye gị 30,000 a ga-ege 100,000 emonti gị mapụta bụrụ egbe nwekwara onye nwe onye oshi na onwe ka ihe egbe bezie bigozie ya ga-awụ werezie data ofuchi ta zozi ndị mmadụ oshi so mgbachi gị maka onye ọnwụ na agha gbara m egbe ife ma gị were egbe ihe nwanne jiri ndụ unu mere ihe oge ọgụ arụ agbara ọgụ ruole edikiri ọgụ onye ọlapụtazi alụwazi onye ọla gbuola anyị na-eme sentiment mana ugbo egbuo gị nwanne ịla n'iyi chiki ga-achịrị ndị Naijiria bute ka ha bute ego ha bụ ngwa ọgụ ute anya ma gị tọ sak gị tọ nnu gị tie n'ime ke ha gidezi gị ji alụ ọgụ Naijiria ozu gị ji ọgụ Naijiria ozu gị lụsa ndị agha Naijiria ọgụ gị tọ ọgụ ka gị tikpo nwa n'ime obumata mana Naijiria atọ ha atụmatụ ya wutu 1 trailer tụmatụ ya wutu 3 trailer 4 trailer ji basa gị ọgụ kedụ ka esi abụghị ịlụ ọgụ adịghị prepare ndị asara spọns unu shi unu mere ha hepụ unu unu ngwa ọgụ unu nyetụ unu nwa ọbụla ngwa ọgụ unu fụrụ unu hụrụ onwe unu na unu mega highest enwe ndị sọpọt nke unu enwe ndị nyego unu ikere unu bidozie ụmụnna anyị tinye ha na denja ha na-anwụsị a ga-emegide ihe nwandị asị ụmụnna anyị na-anwụsị ihe a aghọbeda ọkụ anyị na-anwụsị kama anyị hapụsị Biafra na broda ndị be anyị na nka na-arụwo isi asara na chọọchị asakwa anya na ihe ha mugwu ụwa awụ na chọọchị akwụkwọ mugwu ahụ Naijiria na Afrịka na Igbo ndị Igbo anyị bikos sọmbọdụ si na ha jent of Africa hụ m jent of Africa ndị Naijiria awụ obodo Mozambique anyị dị n'ime ihe nwanne ọnwụ na ezu ochi na Mozambique enwe ihe ndị Mozambique abịa ma ntọ nga na enwe ha ga-etinye nga na ahụ enyego ndị ahụ bịara ndị from enyego ahụ na-aka echigidesi ndị ahụ Nigeria nwere that kind of that thing but achọghị ihe use ya bikos onwere ha na-asụpọt ihe na-eme nga anyị ha mata ga-esi mee ka enweta sọmbọdụ ezu ochi na Mozambique ọgụgụ shi nga bụ nga bifo chide nwere ị ga-ahụ na asa ndị ahụ mana ọ because of gịnị arụ Naijiria arị awọ Naijiria arị wickedness ha dị enweghachiri ma nweghachiri ji kọntent nweghachiri mara kọntent na kọntent enweghachiri ma anything everybody want to foja akpa ka ya ụfọdụ akpa ka ya gazi ya gawa wuzie nọmba 1 onye chịkọ ndị kara dev mahe ka e chere n'uche zokorocha ka e chi kara n'uche zokorocha onye chi kara ele ahịa oke bekee ka e chi kara ya ndị ọchịchị wụcha nọmba 1 nna adịghị nke onye chi wụ nọmba 2 ka nna adị ha biko ndị ebe anyị ha pụga na okomoko nkoli elu mgbe bụla gị yi ọgụ abala gị gba ya spray tach ahịa gị gba ya gị pres ayọn gị buru mashin gị buru moto gị koo ihe ndị ebe anyị na-eko ikwere bifo entidoro eme noise entidoro mere onwe na noise ụmụnne m ndị Igbo ka anyị nwere conscious na ebe ndị ọzọ ọnụ mkpa gị were mkpa gị were mkpa nwanne gị mma nwanne gị were mkpa gị so for be a brother keeper ka anyị nọ n'ụwa umbrella anyị nọ n'ụwa umbrella anyị ga-enweta ihe anyị na-achọ ngwa ngwa ọ bụrụ na anaghị na otu n'ụhụ na peace nwanne ya ekwe ntakwa imo enweghị ha ga-eme ka anyị nweta Biafra ọlọsọ na anyị nọ sabotu dị too much nga anyị because of one thing gị ire nwanne gị because of one thing gị isi nwanne gị imi because of 1 million gị ime ụmụnne gị eme arrest tupu onye ime gị na-enwe agụrị 1 million wee gole for you ụmụ Igbo 1 million wee gole for you ọnwụ na agụrụ agụgbu bekwe gị sef gị na-ebele onye na-agba akwara onye na-agba akwara onye na-eme nwaanyị na-agba akwara ma dịla oge ihe ịgbaga ụtapụpụ akwara ka ịgbaga ego awụfu ego iji mee nwanne gị ka egbugbuo nwanne gị gị ga-eme nwanne gị eme nwanne gị egbuo nwanne gị eti nwanne gị n'ime nke ọgwụ dị ihe o mere esoghị ime gị nye bribe nye gị 1 million nye gị 2 million nye gị 10 million ele ebe ị ga-eride ego ahụ nye nwanne gị nara ụmụnne gị rịa desara ndị iro biko na ụmụ Igbo ka anyị nwere patient na ego anyị na-achọ anyị chite chọwa ya nwanne nwee ego eru 60 years nọ n'ala Igbo ụdịrị ego anyị ete echechego ego anyị chọta tụmọnụ enwe katata anyị anyị kwesị 60 years anyị gara anyị shi n'obodo na anyị shi n'ahụ na anyị shi n'ahụ anyị ga-anọrọ ụdịrị ere anyị n'ahụ ụdị ego anyị na-achọ ndị Igbo nwanne na-ede nwanne gị gara obi nwanne gị gara gị were ọgana nwanne gị gara gị me nwanne gị eme eso imi etinye n'ime gị nyere gị orie aga gbogbo ya gị nwanne biko ọnwụ na ụlọ ahapụta agwa nwanne menta m ime anyị ga na-ebe everyday anyị ga na-emeta isi aga n'iru everyday anyị ga na-emeta isi aga n'iru and agara aga n'iru ahụ ruo ka mgbe ụwa agabigara ma ọ m na agabikwana thank you for your Mozambique ndebe anyị dị ike
ndewo Mazi ndewo we must continue. Caller on let me see. Caller on signal. Mazi Obasi. Can you hear me?
Kukabia Madelege.
Udo Derege.
Great Biafrans. Udo Chuko Kukabia Madendi Homana Dema. My name remains Mazi Obasi Ejukem. I'm calling from blessed land of Biafra. Biafra is a religion. On this hollow platform is where we worship. Eze Chukwuka Biama, the God of our land, the God of our ancestors, is our chief. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Hamadike one of Biafra land is our leader. Mazi, let me say this first. We are not free. And we can never be free if we continue like this. If we are free, why our leaders still in the DSS dungeon over 3 years now? You know, when Africa come out to say something, sometimes when I look them lamenting, I said, these people don't want to rise up and say enough is enough. Coming about what we are eating and the cloth we are wearing, the God that give to us, everything, the language, everything is coming from them. Can African man stand up and say, from now on upwards, let me go back and start using whatever that is producing in my line, in my country? The answer is no, because we cherish them. We love them more than us. That is why I'm telling all the great Biafran, do you know a white man can shit and fly it and light and load it falling and brought it here, everybody will be eating because we love them. Great Biafrans. We are talking about GMO. Do you know that our people will eat this thing because we don't listen? Since this thing started, have you seen any group go to market and check what our people are consuming? For once, no. They are leaving it for one people. Those people they hate much, who trying to save them because we call ourselves, everybody is IPOP. No matter that we have meetings, family meetings, contributing money to save some of our people, but everybody is IPOP. And the same people that they are fighting all around. You went to church, that will tell you this. Anybody who are trying to separate what God joined together, die by fire. Everybody will say amen. The same people you want to save. You go to street, SARS is kidnapping us, killing us. The same people. You go to media, all the newspaper agency is against us. You go this way, military are killing us. Everywhere, kidnapping us, extorting money from our people, calling you IPOB. The same people who wanted to save their land, contributing their earning money every day for our people to be free. But they call us names, call us that anybody that in IPOB is a Satan that wanted to destroy humanity. But you want to save them. How can we start? Great Biafrans. If you watch what we are facing here, you may lose because I narana. Nnamdi cannot try his best to save us. But look at where he is today, and everybody keep quiet. We will continue until we have our way out. If eventually stop on the way, my brother, we go back to more than 500, we will never be free. We can never be free. That is why I'm encouraging every Biafrans who are come out to save his own people to continue. Because here in the face it is too much. But we must, this time around, we must be free. You know, something that's baffling me in this Biafra land is this. Our people have been killed, politicians keep quiet. Religious leaders keep quiet. Ndi keep quiet. Ask yourself, those people that are shouting every day, they are not going to church. Is it not church members? Is it not people? Is it not the children? Is it not somebody's son and daughters? Why must we be like this? Nigeria is killing us systematically, and everybody's going his normal way, you know. I'm afraid. Look at our people who give us birth Niger, foreigners, and we are here, stealing to make money from birth Niger. This Yahoo they are talking about, who give it to us to make sure that our land can never be free. That is why they are brought in all this sort of nonsense to us, and our people are copying it. We can never be like this. We can't. There is no way our society can be good with this kind of life we are seeing. Remember, you cannot be free if you and I did not stand up and say enough is enough. Nobody will save us. Only us can save ourselves from this humiliation. Abalibe lamented that this during he wanted to visit in village. That is politician for you. Who made us like this? Politicians. I tell our people that is the problem we have. We don't have any other witchcraft in Biafra land. In Africa, is the politicians. Who supported them? Who shared them? Who played for them? Because if you go to church, they will tell you, now God said, continue playing for your leaders. That will change one day. Okwain Noyan changing. In other way round, Aselegi, don't take law onto your hand, but I know boogie. I say God said you should not take somebody's life, but I know boogie. If we want to be free, if we want to save ourselves, ask yourself, those SARS people that are living in the barrack, they are living in the street with us. And when they are going inside, they are change and come and go drink. And we'll see them keep quiet. They will come out and change and come and kill us. And go back and change and come and stay with us in the same restaurants and eat. You come out, you lament. They are killing you, you lament. Who will save you, Umuibo? Who will save us, Umuibo? All the Kwaona didn't Nobi. But we must continue. Great Biafrans, support ESN. Train yourself hard. Remove fear from your eyes. Be your brother's keeper. You can do something on your own. Don't wait for anybody. Don't try to have a meeting before you do something. That is what is killing us. And don't stop anything by pointing hand to your own people. After they are killed, those guys you point hand, they will come and kill you. Be wise and save your own people and you too. May Elohim bless those who are doing the needful for us to be free.
The Korage, there were. This is where I'm going to switch off the phones. There is a brother calling on direct line, but his targets, he don't know how to time. I cannot pick him and continue. Okay. It's not even him calling now. That's the most pathetic. This is where I'm going to stop anyway. Ayanogo report. We have seen the journey. The journey is very tedious. Ije dioti, iwageziyoku. We stopped 1970. The same believing that one Nigeria, everything is okay. After 50 years, we are still back to the status quo. Don't you see that it's absurd? That's why I'm Neku. I don't know. Maybe some people might not like it, but I'm saying my heart. I lost 3 years. Balagasia said no, this thing. I was talking with a veteran privately the other time. I was bitter, blaming him. No, what happened that time? Oga, I know. I want many thousands of reasons to justify failure. I know that. Oh, it's our life. So I'm not surprised. That's why I'm saying this. If we fail, IPOB on your that is even ndị Fulani nyocha nshi na-eri ya for to satisfy them. Otherwise, amapokwana gị no problem. Because that is it. We shouldn't even dream of failing. It doesn't matter what happens. I am telling you. I know we are under occupation. One of the worst mistakes is abandoning this struggle 1970 completely, embracing one Nigeria without few people anyhow doing something or the other underneath. That's the way, that's the worst thing, one of the worst thing that happened to us. We are back to the status quo. You will see a veteran now call me. I say, yeah, no, because you are not born that time, you didn't see it. I know. Even if I was there at that time, I would still say the same thing. Say we failed. We have no excuse. You know why I'm saying this? So that we will not think of failing now. We will not even dream of abandoning. Look at what is happening in our land. All these things that look at only policeman 2 or 3 years ago that stepped on and mistakenly somebody died in America. Stepped on his head, on his chest. Say, I can't breathe. Floyd. And he died. You see what happened everywhere. But in our land, they kill us with impunity. Even what they are doing they don't dare do it in the north. Any part, even in the west. They used to have you forgotten some armed robbers in is it Ogun State last year or last 2 years? That robbed the billions, broke everywhere, killed police everywhere. Did they kill people like this? But they saw that no person defends us. We don't care about ourselves. What matters is our business, our businesses, content creators. Ndị Igbo anyị wụ ihe na-ewuzi na gwogwogwom anyị na-agba hey ọ na-atọ. One day mgbọ mapụghị isi etiwe hey one day gaha gakwa you become past tense. Selfishness has eaten deep into us that we see collectivity or collective struggle as a waste of time and effort without knowing that is the key to our survival. Our individual survival depends on our collective survival. That is why we need to make efforts. I will a people under occupation. Without no remorse, without with no atom that they are killing human beings. No. It's very, very sad. We need to buckle up. You will take when respect can do, so we need to act like others. Ndị na-akpọ isi n'ala, ndị Arab anaghị respect her today because you cannot do it now. Look at the American occupation of Iraq. Let America to receive it hot. Or it's not organized too much organized. One person, two people will can go other people. Why you respect her? The way you love life is the way they love death. So why wouldn't why why? We never reach that capacity. But that is what we are calling. Otherwise, this selfishness, mostly. I don't want to enter politics. Don't bring politics here. I say, what is happening to us? The most dangerous thing is that the more they make us, they saw that the more they are seeing that they are intimidating us, we are falling for the intimidation, being afraid, the more they do worse. The more they do worse. Let me tell you, I don't know Arab country. Here, the SARS, highest had the Madiri. Call it okay, Habuchebe. I don't know Arab land. Ihe agbara na agbazi all citizens or before the ordinary citizens ga surround her. They go nowhere. Ị ga-agbagbuchi onye ọwụna ka anyị hụ na ejide ha dọkashịa ha check for ota katens na-eche ebido. You understand me? Mana It's a pity. It's a pity. Onye ọ na-achọ ka maybe DOS ọkpọ gị bunye gị anti-aircraft missile. Nyezie gị pụta na redio mee announce sọ ya ngwa were data anti-tank and anti-aircraft ọ ya jee mewe ihe enyela m gị ọda ihe onye ọnụ na-achọ. It's a very big pity. The way we hustle to make ends meet, to start life. Mandi nebido kpụwa ahịa na table, how you started. That is the way we should be doing for fighting for our survival, physical survival, fighting our enemies. You adjust and make things by yourself. Now, see, now I'm organize this resistance. Okay, you know what is happening. Okay, you have like this. I now want to wedata ọnụọgụgụ anyị ụbọchị ọbụla a na-eweda. Is it normal? Count your teeth with your tongue. The worst death is dying for nothing. One dirty SARS, good for nothing. We just shoot and that is the worst death. Worst death. You need to do something. React. You're a human being. Thank you for listening. Biafra remains our ideology. Biafra remains our religion. From me, from here, it is simply good evening.